towards Williams, comes back to Benson, he gets it to Harry McMahon, he wants to get in on the action, gives it to Wales beautifully, Wales with a left foot kick, and he kicks the goal! Great play, Elijah Wales, great skill, his first of the afternoon. Towards Williams, comes back to Benson, he gets it to Harry McMahon, he wants to get in on the action, gives it to Wales beautifully, Wales with a left foot kick, and he kicks the goal! Great play, Elijah Wales, great skill, his first of the afternoon.
just got so much talent within that side. So I think today it's really going to be, we talk about how important ball is inside forward 50, and we saw it yesterday with 22 marks inside forward 50 for Leopold. I think St Joseph's guns up forward just may have the edge today, and they're going to able to kick a big score, I think, today and get the job done.
The pendulum, what does it say?
The pendulum, it's an interesting one today because, as you know, St Joseph's are going well, 9-0. They're 237 points in the plus column or the positive column. They are 201 points in the defensive column. It gives them a 438 point swing over Geelong West. Divide that by your 9 games and it gives us a pendulum swing of 48 points to St Joseph's. The game might be a bit tighter than that considering who's out for each side. Let's say that Joseph's have got some good players out. Geelong West have got some good players out. Still makes it even. I still think St Joseph's get the job done by just over that. 48 points.
Birchie, winner in margin?
St Joseph's by 40 points.
Laurie Hill, our executive producer, Pothole, who wins by how much?
Joey's 45.
St Joey's by 45. I think it's going to be tighter than that. I'm actually going Joey's, but only by 15. I reckon West will put up a good fight, Jace.
Yeah, St Joey's by 28.
Thank you for that. Just trying to pick up, Riley Meddings is playing. He was out of the squad there for a while, but he's back in. I'm just trying to pick up who's out. So Tidit Nyack is apparently wearing number 61. Can you just confirm that rather than his number 6? There is somebody that's come out of their squad. I'm just trying to pick up who that is right now.
Is that 2 61s in a weekend?
Yes, it is. Yep, Mitch Burgess.
Yep.
It's the
Lockie Hanley. Actually, you're going to have to change.
Oh, no.
Lockie Hanley's out. You're going to have to change your White Cross healthcare head-to-head.
Hey, he's out. He's the late out.
Oh, no.
Oh, let's chuck in, who we got down there? Give us a half-back flanker then.
Well, probably Sean Barnes or, wow, I don't know. Who else is there? Fred.
Who they thrown behind the footy? It might be Barnes, might be the one.
Let's chuck Barnes in because he's a very good footballer as well. So let's chuck in, let's make it Barnesy.
Opening quarter thanks to Harvey Norman. Here's Jace.
Northam got it down and tried to get it. They tried to get it out St Joey's. James Gow's got pushed right in the middle of the back. At the back end of the centre square. So the king to the northern end in this first term, Joey's. He's going to have the ball from the free kick, James Gow. Webby just always running past for the handball. Didn't get it this time. He goes long to centre half forward. Going up McLaughlin for St Joseph's. Can't take the mark at the back. There is Nyack. He gets the handball to a Jang. Handball on the outside to Barnes. His handball was chopped off though. Northam came across. And Eastman in there as well for Geelong West. Handball over the top towards Watts. He tries to get it to a Jang. Donatus gets out of trouble. Kick up the chimney, not very far. Inside Edwards. He tried to take the mark. He couldn't do so. The handball, and again, as we said, Geelong West, a bit of over possession. Donatus along the boundary line for St Joseph's. Handball back to Humphrey. His handball chopped off by a Jang. He's wrapped up by Humphrey, and the umpire will come in and ball it up 50 out from St Joey's goals.
Horny Blow's got the job. Oh, Betson's got the job on Horny Blow. That's a good matchup.
The Wombat Gully Plant Farm, 201 Townsend Road in Moolap. Umpire puts it into the air. Watts winning the tap down. That'll be a good battle for Wombat Gully Northam and Watts this afternoon. Chance here for Gow. Dumped as he kicked. He sends it inside forward 50. Humphrey's target. It's a bit of a wrestle for the footy. It's going to be a free kick paid which way? It's going to go. It's a non-controlling umpire.
Norm
against James
Gow.
No,
it wasn't paid. No, it wasn't paid by Norm. And at halfback, Paddy Eastman has won himself a free kick.
Against James Gow, I think.
Yep, so is that after maybe Gow got dumped when he kicked and maybe he's responded?
Yes.
Sending the ball to the wing, Eastman looking for a fly from Moy on the juggle, took the mark. Early Hamlin hanger contender. That's a good take for the Sydney Swan VFL play. Inside forward, 50. No mark taken there by Bradley Wood, who's gone forward. Usually we see him back behind the footy. Handball, Owen won plenty of it last week. Hennessy tracking it to the boundary line. Had a fit of the fumbles. Horny Blow trying to shove him off the footy. Ball comes out the back. Lockie Taylor snaps it around the corner. It'll bounce inside the forward pocket, right forward pocket, sit on its point. Hickey was a sitting duck, brought to ground in the tackle by Lewis. Ball spills out. Knights, nearly had it stolen by Horny Blow. Horny Blow tried to come again. Lewis dumped in a tackle, brought to ground, right forward pocket. West will be happy with it there for the moment. 2.5 minutes played. Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road in North Geelong, and it's no score between West and Joey's.
Ball up, right forward pocket for the Giants. Free kick for a hold, I think, against Ty Evans. Northam's going to take it in the back pocket for St Joseph's. Church Street end of the ground.
Brad Wood's got the job on Luke Webb.
Defensive role, you would suspect,
Yep,
Hirsch?
absolutely. It works on Tom Stewart, so
Goes to James Hickey. He handballs it back to said Webb. He goes short, and it's okay. Mark taken by Ben Clark. He goes short across 50, doesn't hit the target. Oh, Henderson got one high, but gets out of the tackle and then just pumps the ball as far as he can, only as far as Riley Moore, though, for Geelong West. His short little kick is okay. Codd takes the mark on centre wing.
And Angus Codd's dad coming into the ground a little bit earlier. Quick chat. Angus going okay this year in a defensive role. Sending it towards half forward. Fly by Eastman. Got the foot into the back of an opponent but couldn't hang on to the mark. Then he put his head over the foot. He couldn't take it away. And now it's locked up under a pack. Lewis is wrapped up for the Giants. But they've got it inside forward 50 early. Good signs for West that they've been able to win the footy back. Umpire puts it into the air. Tapped down by Northam. Ball at ground level. Moy coming through. Left the footy behind. Socket off the ground by Northam. Went about a metre into the waiting arms of Zach Knights, who then had Moy for company. And we'll get a ball up about 35, make it 40 out from the West goal, attacking the southern or Church Street end in this opening quarter.
Lewis gets it down on the ruck for Geelong West. Tapped on by Antonak. Kick around the corner. Didn't really go anywhere. Mitchell put a tackle on. Is it too high? The umpire said yes, it is. Free kick St Joseph's at defensive 50 after a little bit of a scuffle.
So Jackson Collins is playing that defensive role on Hunter Lewis today.
Right. So Northam.
Interesting matchup.
It is. Free kick Northam across defensive 50 wide. And taken by Knights. Plays on from half back. Goes to the middle of the ground. Humphrey can't take the mark. Short little kick around the corner from Owen. Didn't really go anywhere. Moy rode the bump. Got the handball away. Back now to Nyack. 25-metre handball back to Moore. Dangerous. Was going to come back inboard. Elects to go down the line. Might be okay. Worked okay in the end. Lovell takes the mark.
Lovell, oh, it's a shank off the boot and he's hit it straight into the waiting arms of his Geelong VFL teammate in Antonak, who takes it for St Joey's back of the wing, out of side here at West Oval. Driving ball inside 50, more with the spoil, knocked it away from Edwards, all taken high. Humphrey was a little bit agricultural in his attack there on Angus Codd, who's going to win himself a free kick inside defensive 50. Angus Codd just darts the eyes across his defensive goal mouth, decides not to go that way, so he'll send a kick towards half back, and it's well weighted, and Barnes sees a little bit more of the footy again, keeping an eye on him in that White Cross Healthcare head-to-head as he works off half back. He'll send a kick along the outer wing. Is it out in the full, just inside the field of play, marked by Emmanuel Ajang, not required at Werribee this week. He goes short, wanted Bradley Wood, but cutting it off again. Antonak getting in the way, taking the intercept mark, and he'll set things up for some Joeys from just back of the wing.
Goes to half forward to Grandy on the half volley. Nyack got the job on him. Hickey James through the middle. Needs to get the handball on the up. Does. Through the middle. Joeys have got the numbers, but Nyack working hard on hands and knees. Ajang comes to help as well. Lovell trying to tap it on only as far as Nanatus. He goes with the kick inside 50. Big pack there again off the side of the pack. And McLaughlin comes at it. Can he pick it up though? That's the thing. Slips over at the crucial stage. And a good tackle. Gang tackle from, holding the ball. Wow. And there was a gang tackle. A couple of St Joey's players coming in.
That's Fraser Robb, I reckon.
Robb it was, yeah, who got up and...
Robbed.
He was robbed, and the free kick
Goodness.
is going to be to Tanner Owen. I think it is. He's going to be having a free kick 30 metres out directly in front at the northern end after putting on the tackle. So Tanner Owen comes in. A little bit of breeze you can hear in the effects mic here. Has he brought it back far enough? He hasn't. And through for one behind. First score of the afternoon. And St Joe's are one behind. Geelong West yet to score. Harvey Norman K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
The short kicking just got to Ajang. Came from Rob. Ajang wants the corridor, sees something he likes. It's not a great kick, did absolutely no favours there for Lewis. Handball back by Knights to Angus Humphrey to a one-on-one. Henderson could mark, Edwards tracks it out, and it's just a bit of a ho-hum start, this one.
Yeah, no, I'm going home soon.
No flow to this clash on a Sunday afternoon. Perfect conditions, but just... yeah, it feels like a Sunday drive at the moment.
Just down the coast.
Yep, there's, no real direction.
No.
Just sort of, lovely from Henderson. Steps inside Taylor and then sends a kick inside 50 for Joe. He's not a great kick. Collins back behind the footy, usually playing forward, the former skipper. finds himself in an interesting Wombat Gully plan for a matchup against Hunter Lewis. Collins to the right, back pocket, well-weighted ball, and Rob has taken the mark, and 50 according to umpire Norm Douglas for the late challenge. So that will get West out of trouble for the moment. I reckon that was against Tanner Owen, was it? Yep. And the Fraser Rob has got Lockie Taylor screaming for it in front of our best seats in the house for Apco Cafe 24/7. Instead lowers the eyes and drills it straight into the waiting arms of Gow. So all that set up for nothing. And Gow just says, let's just settle things down for the moment. Gow sends a kick towards the wing, looking for Edwards, who flies over the top. Quick release, James Hickey to get things moving. Handball on the bounce forward. Mullen in traffic. He turned it straight over. And they come up with it. Meddings. Rob, handball to Taylor. Taylor flirting with the boundary line, but put it on the chest of Horny Blow. No, getting across Northern, was able to cut it off. Couldn't take the mark, but he knocked it into the path of a teammate in Henderson, who was held up in the tackle of Sorgiavani, and we'll get a ball up true centre wing, broadcast side, maybe slightly attack Geelong West.
So ball up Northam, gets it down, side of the pack, fresh air shot and a kick. Wood, handball, back towards K-Rock's own. Max Kelly, handball to Taylor. Got a little bit of space to work in. His handball was all right to Lewis. He got it in the pocket over there to Horny Blow. And that was not a great finish in the end. Handball over the top. Horny Blow couldn't turn around in time and get it. It was way too high for him, and it's going to be a boundary throw-in.
It was probably just an extra handball they didn't need to really give. I think he could have probably had a shot himself then, Lewis.
9.5 minutes played on the Barham Foods time clock, and we've only got one behind on the scoreboard, and it's absolutely pristine conditions here on a Sunday afternoon. Couldn't ask for better. Tapped down Lewis doing the ruck work, and then did his own roving before being brought down in a tackle. Umpire says, give it to me. I will ball it up. About 35 out from the West goal.
I said we'd know in the first 10 minutes which way this game's going to go, but I think we won't.
Tap down Northern, roving. Al Hickey gave to his brother James for St Joey's outside of the right boot to the wing. Edwards flew and took a really good mark. That was off a standing start next to Riley Moore. That's a Hamlin hanger contender from Edwards. He wants the corridor, and he just got it over the outstretched arms of a Jang. James Hickey, Henderson, back to James Hickey. 55 from goal, shank off the boot. Rolls away from De Grande, boundary throw in. Got to like the mark though from Edwards. That was just pure elevation. Didn't get a run at it, just off a spring and went bang and took the mark. Nice grab. Boundary throw in left forward pocket. Hamlin Holmes' new Bannockburn display home is now open.
He took a nice contested mark just prior to that too, so his hands are on early today, Edwards.
So a boundary throw in. Northern from behind. Neither ruckman can really get it. Watts is going to get the free kick, I think so, in front for a hold. And at half back, Tyler Watts for Geelong West. Drives it long towards centre wing. It's 3-on-2. Free kick for a, I don't know, push, I suppose. That's what it was. And a comeback. Betson, I think, is going to take the free kick on centre wing for St Joey's.
Taking his stats as well for free kicks today.
Yeah, nice. Humphrey. He goes long with the kick. In front, no mark taken. Mullins front and centre was good, but his kick was partly smothered. Now through the middle, kick around the corner, just with the breeze. It just ran away from Jay Kerwood. And he got it on the boot nicely, couldn't control it, and it's through for one behind. So they go to two behinds. Geelong West yet to score. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
I suspect if Jake Kerwood was to kick a goal today, I reckon his teammates would come from all points of the compass. Playing with a heavy heart today following the passing of his mother during the week. And our condolences are with Jay and his family. From Rob, they send a long ball west looking for Lewis. It's off the hands of the pack. Numbers there for St Joey's. One of those was Clark trying to barge his way through, but left the footy behind. Now Northern freed the arms, gave it to De Grande. He jammed a little kick on the boot. It's going to fall nicely for McLaughlin. Fires a handball out to James Hickey. James Hickey out the corner of his eye sees a leading target, and down low Edwards is getting it done. So whether it be aerially or down near the grass, Joel Edwards I should say, is doing well in terms of marking. I think it's his third mark for Kerr's higher.
His work rate though, Kingy, I watched him, he was on the left-hand side of the field, and his work rate to slide back to the goals and then get himself into some space. It was some really good work rate by him as well.
13 goals for the season after coming back from North Shore, where he played 15 games and kicked 26 goals for the Seagulls. And a chance for the first of the afternoon. Right-hand goalpost needs to be his target with the slight easterly zephyr here at West Oval. He gives it a good ride and he's threaded it. It's a wonderful kick. Nice finish. For Inspirations Paint, we might not get many goals this afternoon, so we better give Inspirations Paint a mention. What's your next project? 138 Torquay Road, Grovedale. On the board, St Joey's in the goal column. They're 117. They 128, I should say, on the first quarter. K-Rock Harvey Norman scoreboard. They lead Geelong West yet to score. And the expert chair for the Sporting Globe is Matty Kershaw.
The ball movement's been a bit stymied by Geelong West are getting extra numbers around the stoppages or around a dispute, so there's a lot of numbers around the ball. So if St Joseph's can win it at the source and then get it to the outside like they did in that set play, then they're going to get some more ball. But at the moment, that's why it's sort of a bit of a pressure game at the moment.
So Symes in the middle having a run in the ruck, got it down. He and Northern fight for the footy in the middle. To see Hunter Lewis on the ball too for St Joey's.
Is that maybe to try and shake off Collins?
Yeah, he's
maybe.
probably got that tag or that run with.
Comes to Lewis now, off a step, left foot kick towards half forward. Going up, no mark taken. Off the back of the pack by Kerwood. McComb's in there as well. Back to Kerwood now, right foot kick, up the chimney across half forward. Oh, Humphrey falls into his arms.
Doing a bit.
It was. You're going to play on quickly and go long to the square. Getting back there, Nyack. Oh, Edwards goes up off hands and through for one behind. So St Joey's go to 1-3-9. They lead Geelong West yet to score. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
Codd to bring the ball back into play for the Giants. Just give him the hurry up now by the umpire and he'll swing it broadcast side. Lewis, Bradley Wood, take your pick. Maybe a little bit of carry on that kick. Maybe more northeasterly in these sunny conditions as Luke Webb jams it on the boot, gets it forward, and here he does find Jake Kerwood. So Kerwood's been lively early. Not beyond Jake Kerwood. As the man on the mark stands just inside 50.
Well parked, this fan. I've got great vision.
No, seriously.
Right-hand goalpost is Kerwood's target. He'll swing out. He'll open up the angle. He'll drive the kick. Will he have the carry? It's marked on the line. Mark taken. It looked for all intents to be going through for a score, and Paddy de Grande, stretching, has taken the grab and will go back from the top of the square and kick St Joey second. And he does that right now, and he's now got 28 for the season, the reigning K-Rock MVP. And Joey's go to 2-3-15. The Giants yet to score opening quarter action thanks to Harvey Norman. I think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Birchie, is it chilly in the shade down there? You're on the bike track there. I suspect for South Point Garden Supplies, it's not getting any warmer for you.
It's extremely chilly. I've unleashed the hand warmers and put an extra layer on. So in the shade, it is very chilly, but out there on the ground, the sun is shining, so it's beautiful conditions for the players.
You don't want Jace's gloves?
Well, could be an option.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd cop as much ribbing, would I?
No.
No.
I'll send you an invoice for those, Birchie. That's good.
All right, it could be a good decoy, Jace. Let's do it.
All right, sounds good. Back to the middle.
And Natus and Lewis in the middle.
Betson having a run in the ruck too for St Joey's against Symes. So a little bit of
Mixing it
change
up.
up. Yeah. Secondary bounce in the middle. And he can get it effectively away. Betson gets it down to Natus. Tries to get free. Handball to Humphrey off a step towards centre wing. Might be okay. And mark taken on centre wing by James Hickey. He goes towards half forward with the kick for St Joey's. Down low. No mark taken by McLaughlin. Ball spills through. Is that holding the ball? Yes, it is. And the umpire has given the free kick. Taylor for Geelong West at half back. Oh, short little kick.
Yeah.
Gee, that was 8 metres and he got caught a mark. Handball over the top. Mitchell in trouble. Runs straight in the tackle from Felix Henderson. And it will be a ball up just forward of centre wing for St Joey's.
I don't think it went 8 metres. I reckon it went about 4.
Yeah, I was being generous.
16 and 3/4 minutes played on the Barham Foods time clock. Symes has a couple of goes in the ruck. Lovell, right back pocket, wonderful smother. Betson out of bounds. You got to love when your big bloke who's relieving in the ruck for the moment comes across and is able to put pressure on like that. So the two key defenders doing the ruck work at the moment. Symes in game 150 for the Giants. And Betson, the former Grovedale Tiger, who grabbed it out of the ruck, threaded a handball through that found its way in the end to Owen. Owens kick inside 50, poor. And Collins, judging it best off the boot, marks for the Giants, turns, kicks quickly. Saw Giovanni has marked about 40 from his defensive goal. So we go laterally into the left back pocket and finds a target in Cod. Cod swings onto his left boot and sends a kick wider, stretching, but no marking out there was Carroll, but he was able to recover the situation. Meddings back to Carroll by hand, and now a kick that he went looking for Eastman, who was standing all alone, and he couldn't execute the skill, and that is frustrating as a coach. That's where you tear the hair out. And it's a free kick to Joey's. It's Humphrey in Angus going backwards with a kick and finding McComb, who marks.
Gives it away to Webb, who runs through half back, handballs it towards James Hickey on centre wing. Long to centre half forward. Oh, Riley Moore was fourth in line, won the raffle, took the mark on his chest. Kicks across the face of goal. Taylor made a bit of space for himself, so he's got it, but pretty stagnant now across centre wing. He drives it long towards Luke Webb. Lewis comes in against him, does well, but the handball comes back to Humphrey. Can he pick it up? Yes, he can. Shuffles it out to Knights. His handball to Webb, right on the boundary line on centre wing. Drives it towards the forward pocket. Nyack goes up, can't take the mark. Collins handball missed the target, and it will be out of bounds for a throw in between the forward pocket and left half forward flank for St Joey's attacking the northern end. They're 2-3-15. Geelong West yet to score. We played 18.5 minutes in this first term on the Bowen Foods time clock.
Fair to say a game that hasn't reached any real heights. Betson doing the ruck work, the roving done by Lewis, tried to fire a handball out to the front of the pack. Betson came again, helped out Mullen. There was taken in a really good tackle. Ball spilled out and now bobbles underneath a pack of players, and we'll get a ball up just inside 50 for Joey. So a lot of the ball been spending time in St Joseph's front half late in this opening term. Simon's doing the ruck work. Mullen trying to barge his way through, dragged down in a tackle. It was a really good one laid by Saw Giovanni to bring him to ground. And we'll get another stoppage, but still at the 50 for St Joey's. They lead by 15 on the first quarter Carrock Harvey Norman scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Betson takes down the ruck contest, tried to get it away to Lewis. He played for a free kick, didn't get one. And pushed off the ball by Lockie Taylor as well. Pack develops. The umpire will come in, ball it up again. So a bit of stagnant play at left half forward for St Joey's.
Interesting matchup down here. Louis Antonak back pocket on Emmanuel Jang, two VFL listed players.
Betson tries to punch it on. Free kick found. Play on advantage. Don't know what it was for. Max McLaughlin's going to kick the goal. And no, it's not. It's going to come back. Fury rages. Who knows what's going on? Don't know.
Well, it's Geelong West free kick.
Well, that would be 50 then, wouldn't it, if Max McLaughlin played on and kicked the goal?
Maybe common sense, though, that potentially.
Let's potentially hope so. Free kick. Tex Mitchell for Geelong West. He drives it to the outer side. I showed a little bit to McLaughlin, but Cod took the mark inside 50 around the boundary line. Carroll takes it, handballs back inboard. Tanner Lovell has got some time. He goes with the kick towards half forward. Not crash hot. Moi might get it again in the middle there, but there's a numbers for free kick too high. I think Humphrey's going to take the free kick for St Joey's.
Yeah, Moi just clipped him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and it's going to go to Angus Humphrey. But once again, just skill execution letting down Geelong West with the most important one, which is the one that, will get them going inside forward 50 for the moment. They just seem to not be able to hit that as Angus Humphrey goes back 25 metres to Luke Webb, and they'll look to open up the broadcast side. Short kick to Knights. Barely went 15. And straight back Knights. Kicks to half back, finds Lewis. It's great to see Lewis actually doing some work up the ground. Fires a handball off to Knights. Knights at left half back. Sends it to the wing. Not a great kick, although the mark was dropped in at the front of the pack. Kerwood was able to rove, got a handball away that deflected back to him. He's had it stolen from his grasp. Taking in the tackle was Mitchell. That might have been a sling, I reckon. Yeah, it was. I don't like that. And then Mitchell didn't like the actual attention that he received from James Gow. And Tex Mitchell with it, the left foot up to the middle of Westover. A little bounce among two Giants. One of those is Moi, who's being harassed by Antonak. Got a kick away, did well to get it to Nyack. Nyack out wide. Carroll all alone.
Goes now from left half forward, drills it inside. Eastman comes out, can't take the mark. Second effort was good, gave the handball away. Kick around the boundary line. Does it stay in? Oh, very close. I don't think so. Brad Wood took the mark, but he was on the bike track, which unfortunately for him was not part of the ground.
They've been flirting with that line, haven't they, the last sort of 7 minutes, and they've had two out in the fulls.
Short little kick Knights, so St Joey's deep in defence. They go to Hickey, they come back. Now getting across Angus Humphrey, right on the goal line. He chips it to McComb in the back pocket, so attacking Australia 2 style. He chips it back in board to Natus. So just possessing the ball inside defensive 50. Chips the ball over the top and it was chopped off by K-Rock's own. Max Kelly, can he pick it up and kick the goal? He handballs it back. Defensively, St Joey's coming in and helping each other out. The ball spills free through the middle, Hickey, and he gets dumped. Umpire says play on. 15 metres out. He's going to hatch it here. Oh, wowee.
Well, he didn't have the ball, so...
No, that's good. The ball did spill free in the end, so it's going to be a ball up 15 out from Geelong West goal.
Need to find something here, West. Scoreless through the opening 22 and a half minutes on the Barn Foods time clock. Watts, Northern the tap down. Handball out of the pack. Angus Humphrey gave it to Hickey, who under pressure kicked it outside defensive 50, going out with the one hand was Cade Lovell. He got a handball off to his brother Tanner to a one-on-one. Eastman tried to take the mark against Knights, couldn't. Ball at ground level. Handball on the up was okay. Northern got out of the tackle and then jammed it on the boot, barreled it out of there, and taking it, or nearly taking it on the chest was Aussie Humphrey. Then he had a bit of a fumble and opened the door for Meddings. Meddings taking a good tackle with Kurt by Kerwood, brought to ground. Ball up. 2-3-15, West yet to score. We're trying to make this sound more entertaining than what it really is, because it isn't entertaining at all here this afternoon for the moment.
Symes got it down to Lovell, to Carroll running past for Geelong West, inside 50. Tyler Watts taps it down, K-Rock's own, Max Kelly, handball, only as far as the bike track, it's out of bounds.
Was he actually trying to handball that into the shin or the boot of McComb?
Almost sort of looked like that, or he confused himself. One of the two.
Let's go with the former.
Yeah, correct.
So throw in, Geelong West into attack, Northern, Watts coming through the back. Handball to Moy. Can he make him pay now? Right foot kick. Yes, he can. Running towards goal. Phil Moy on the outside. And he kicks goal. He's kicked his first goal and also that of Geelong West. They go to 1 straight 6. They trail St Joey's 2-3-15. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard in the experts chair. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. Eat, drink, sport. Ryrie Street, Geelong. Here's Kirsch.
They were getting beaten handsomely around the stoppages. It was a 6-1 in favour of St Joseph's in clearances, and they've won the last 3, and it's sort of got them a little bit of time in forward half. So they were getting soundly beaten across the ground. The ball was in St Joseph's end most of the first quarter, and they've just started to get on top around the stoppages, and they got the last 3 clearances and a goal from that last stoppage. So they're just getting to work around the midfield.
Back in the middle, Symes doing the ruck work, climbed high, won the tap at Jang, hit it at pace, turned and snapped a kick onto the chest of Kelly, playing in front of Antonak. Point of the square, right half forward. Can they find a second here? Kick into the pocket, wanting Lewis. Doing well was Angus Humphrey to knock it away towards the boundary line. And we'll get a stoppage in the right forward pocket. It is a boundary thrown, ball to go out of bounds. We'll have it hurled back in. So, just waiting for the 2 rucks to set themselves. Northam and Lewis to go at it. Northern best position, double palmed it down to the front of the pack. Clearing kick came from Clark for St Joey's to the wing. It's a real spiral, tough to mark, and Watts couldn't, but he had a teammate at ground level helping him out in Meddings. He gave it to Watts through traffic. Rob lost it in the tackle, holding the ball according to the umpire, and it'll come back and be a free kick to St Joey's. Just back at true centre wing, and it'll go to Josh Nenatus. Cracking story, played round 1 of the Colac League season at Apollo Bay and now finds himself as a key member of the Joey's lineup that's unbeaten. He went short to Henderson, who then went short to Antonak.
So Antonak just inside the centre square at centre half forward, runs to 55, right foot kick, goal square, beckons, goals beckon. Kicks the goal. That's a great kick, Louis Antonak. Inspirations paint goal of the day contender. Was running off half back, ran to half forward and just used the breeze beautifully and put his first on the board, and a very quick reply to that Phil Moy goal from Geelong West. They go to 3-3-21. They lead Geelong West 1 straight 6. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Well, we mentioned it before, he was playing behind the ball on a Jang, and obviously he's been playing a bit of defensive end at VFL level, and that's where he's going to play at local level, and we know how good he is around the ball and forward of the ball, but to him have that luxury coming off half back with Webb, Al Hickey, those type of players, it's a really classy half back line.
Back in the middle, Watts and Northern winning the tap down this time. Moy taking a tackle by McLaughlin, was able to get a handball away. Jang received it from Barnes, took on the tackler and ran to the outer wing, sends a kick towards forward 50, too much on it for Lewis. Horny blow was there, had it knocked away by Knight. She backhanded that into the path of Kelly. The ball towards the boundary line. It'll stay in the field of play. They've got numbers there, West. Quick snap around the body, inside 50. Moy sets himself. Well done, Nonatus, front position. What do they pay there?
I reckon he paid the mark.
Well, Nonatus
Paid the mark.
has gone across the face of goal. Webb will look to open up the broadcast side. DeGrande on a long searching lead in front of Nyack takes the mark.
So Paddy DeGrande, centre wing, drills the ball along the line. That's a beautiful kick. And finds Hunter Lewis at half forward for St Joey's. Now, Lewis, thinking on that favoured left foot, goes towards the pocket with the kick. Big pack there. Edwards in front, can't take the mark. Rob's handball for Geelong West. Set a task for his teammate. Kerwood, handball to Anderson with the outside of the left foot. Has he got the distance? Not quite. Standing in the way, saw Giovanni. And through for one behind to the Joeys. They go to 3-4-22. They lead Geelong West 1 straight 6. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
Ball starting to move with a little bit more fluidity for both teams. Rob, the recruit, trots off into the right back pocket and then drives a long ball, and that is quarter time here at West Oval. A quarter that went less than 28 minutes, just the 4 goals scored, and it took until the 13-minute mark when Joel Edwards goaled to get us underway. It was a bit of a ho-hum opening term, but the game has settled into somewhat of a rhythm now, and Joey's hold a 16-point advantage. Quickly around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. AFL Essendon have just got away from the Eagles in the third term, 10-4-64, playing 7-6-48, and in the VFL, the Cats taking on Port Melbourne. That game underway.
Towards Williams, comes back to Benson, he gets it to Harry McMahon, he wants to get in on the action, gives it to Wales beautifully. Wales with a left foot kick, and he kicks the goal. Great play, Elijah Wales, great skill, his first of the afternoon. towards Williams, comes back to Benson, he gets it to Harry McMahon, he wants to get in on the action, gives it to Wales beautifully, Wales with a left foot kick, and he kicks the goal! Great play, Elijah Wales, great skill, his first of the afternoon.
Falcons girls 6-7-43 defeated the Murray Bushrangers 3 straight 18. So a good win
to them.
for Mel Hickey's team, and they now sit 6th on the ladder. Make sure that ladder's right. Just do a quick refresh, and they are 5-3. With I think they've got 5 games to go.
Yep.
I think they play 13. The boys play 15. And AFL wise, it is Essendon 70 leading the Eagles 54, so not having it all their own way, the Bombers this afternoon. As we go down to Jane Birch, who's boundary side this afternoon for A&B Australia Quality Shelving. Birchie, where are you?
I'm just standing beside the Geelong West coaching team here. They're moving a few magnets around, that's for sure. So I'll grab, just doing some rotations, I'll grab Greg in a moment.
That is legitimately spinning the magnets.
He is, yeah.
Down to you, Birchie, with Greg.
Greg, it was a reasonable start there. You seem to move the ball pretty well on that outer side there. It was just that last sort of connection piece and executing that kick inside forward 50.
Yeah, look, we're really trying to control the footy. We know they want to play fast, so our aim is to try and control the footy on offense without playing slow. But we've just got to make sure we execute that last, well, as you said, those kicks going forward. If we can get it inside 50, we feel like we're looking dangerous enough. Thought Max Kelly had a pretty good first quarter up forward. Phil kicked a good goal. We just got to make more of our opportunities.
And obviously, Hortiblo's been really great for you this year. He's that sort of power forward, but he does need space, and I know that's one thing you highlighted with your team, with the forwards, that, if you lead, you need to then get out of there and give that space for those forwards to come through behind you.
Yeah, that's right. Him and Tanner Lewis are really strong contested players, so if we can isolate them one-on-one, we should get a bit more of a look at it.
Thanks so much. Good luck.
Second quarter underway for Morris Business Class Finance. Here's Jace.
Northam gets it down in the middle for St Joey's. Kick off the ground from Gow. Inside 50. It was fortuitous, that's for sure, because he got it to Kerwood across 50. He goes to John Oates, who takes the mark, and he was not out of touch there. That was great. Ollie Hannessy's taken the mark. And let's just wax lyrical on a Sunday afternoon.
Absolutely.
On K-Rock football.
Well, you need to excite this game, Jace, somehow.
We need to get something into it. Come on.
It's,
all right, Ollie Hannessy, 45.
Is it John Oates or is it Larry Gomes?
Oh, Larry Gomes. Hello. All right, well, it's Ollie Hannessy. He's 45 out, and he has kicked the ball like Larry Gomes hits the ball. He's hit it to the left and to the right, and it's at 3 for 1 behind. And he has put the first score of the second quarter on the board, 3-5-23. St Joey's, Geelong West, 1 straight 6. Morris Business Class Finance, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, the short kick in was very dangerous, and they're going to find themselves in trouble here. They've turned the ball over West, taken by McLaughlin, swings onto his right boot, flying shot at goal. Breezes just a little easterly, has pushed it to the right and through for a minor score, and that was nearly calamitous from the kick in. 3-6-24. Joey's now with 9 scoring shots. West 1 straight 6. Second quarter action gone. A minute 20 on the Barham Foods time clock.
So kick in.
Won't go short this time.
No, Cod long. Outside 50 towards Lewis. Betson punches it away. McComb can't pick it up. Handball from Wood to Barnes. Back to Moy Moy. Working in the telephone box to Barnes. Kick around the corner. Might be okay in the end if it sits through the middle for Horny Blow. He picked it up and then tried to get rid of it. He did to Wood. Handball to a Jang across centre wing. On the up, had to get it to Lewis. His handball over the top. They worked it well to Mitchell. 50 from goal. Left foot kick. Can he finish it off? He can't. And just that breeze again pushed it to the near side and through. 4-1 behind, but it was a good movement of football from Geelong West there. They go to 1-1-7. They trail St Joey's 3-6-24. Morris Business Class Finance K-Rock's second quarter scoreboard.
Second game, Tex Mitchell debuted round 16 last year. Another one up from Portland.
He'd be the only Tex in the GFL, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah. Long ball. And there's a bit going on in the marking contest, and it's a free kick against Watts has been found, and it's going to Northam. Watts wondering what he did. Northam now sends it to half forward. Moore back with the flight, bounced off that barrel chest of his. Couldn't complete the mark. Hennessy tried to dive on it. Ball spilled out the side door. Kerwood was brought to ground, trying to fire a handball out his tailor, but he's wrapped up in a tackle. Aussie Humphrey ensuring he's going nowhere. And we will get a ball up. Left half forward, Joey's in attack and leading by 17. Tapped down Northern, almost did his own roving. Mitchell for Geelong West, tapped it to Lovell, got through the traffic and then jammed it on the boot to centre half back. It's spinning like a helicopter. Sean Barnes on the juggle, not a bad effort, nearly took the mark, but he's going to get a free kick. I reckon maybe an arm chop against McComb. And he will take the free kick. McComb, that's an absolute shank by Barnes off the boot. It sits on its point. Kerwood taps it to the advantage of Nanatus, but Nanatus had a fumble. Taylor fumbled as well, then retrieved the footy, turned and kicked around the corner. It bounces along the boundary line and stays in. Gives Northam a chance to fire a handball back to Al Hickey, who kicks short to James Hickey, and Joey's can reload.
So James Hickey just inside the centre square. He goes with the ball towards John Oates, who comes out. Hennessy gets it on the up to Owen. Right foot kick inside 50. Mullen has to sit and wait. It's over his head. Might sit back for him, though. Coming out Barnes. Oh, just threw the handball away in the end. Set his teammate up. In fact, it might have come back to him in the end. He just threw it up in the air. He possessed it a second time and got wrapped up. So just inside forward 50 for St Joey's. We're going to have a ball up. So it's going to be Watts, who stands right next to the umpire and just puts it down at Jang's throat, gets it outside 50 towards Moy Moy, tries to tap it on, fresh air shot and Natus, ran into Northam, not a good thing for him. Now Antonak with the outside of the right foot. Edwards goes up tail, in fact it's to Grandy who takes the mark. And just on the right side of Nyack he was. The breeze brought it towards him.
The sitting duck did it.
He was, and he couldn't do much about that. And Paddy de Grandy's taken the mark and will shoot for goal from 25 outside angle.
Yeah, well, that's their sixth mark inside forward 50, Jace, to 0 at the other end. So just that, we spoke about it before the game, the firepower they have up forward, even with Oscar Morrison not up there as a key focal point. They've just got multiple options, and you see Hennessy can get that ball on a lead, and then you got the bigs, Edwards and de Grandy taking those big marks.
So de Grandy to finish off the good work from up the ground. He comes in 25 out Church Street end and kicks it. Goal. Umpire does not move. He's second of the afternoon. Fourth for St Joey's. 4-6-30. They lead Geelong West 1-1-7. Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock second quarter scoreboard. Asset finance by Geelong people for Geelong people. Call 1300 for Morris.
4 inside 50s for 3 marks this quarter. So that's telling. Once the ball gets in there, they usually do something with it, St Joseph's. But on the other side of it, Geelong West have just turned the ball over a couple of times in some crucial areas of the ground, and St Joseph's has certainly made them pay by giving him a bit of time inside forward 50.
5 minutes ticked over in this second quarter on the Barwon Foods time clock. De Grandy with 2, taking him to 29 for the season. He takes back the lead in the Joey's goal, kicking from Hunter Lewis. Northam out of the middle, fires it forward. He runs onto his own footy. Maybe should have left it for James Hickey, who maybe has a little bit more toe, but decided to take it himself and then had it knocked from his grasp. And at the edge of the centre square, we'll get a stoppage as the tackle's laid by Felix Henderson on Tanner Lovell. Lovell just hasn't had the influence on the contest
Not yet.
that Greg Mellor would be hoping for. Tap down Watts, roving Hunter Lewis, turning kick quickly. Free kick in the ruck contest is going to come back to Geelong West.
I actually think he paid a push against Hunter Lewis
To gain possession in the stoppage.
Or Giovanni is the man who'll take the free kick. He's got it at the back edge of the centre square. Goes short, and here's Lovell now. Called him into the contest. Turns and kicks quickly. Towards right half forward he goes with the one hand. Symes has gone forward for the moment. It's off hands. Knights. Handball back to Al Hickey. Jammed on the boot, bit going on off the footy. James Hickey's down just holding around a rib area. Keep an eye on that, please, Birchie. Quick kick inside 50 going back with the flight. Webb was met front on. And we'll take a free kick. Birchie, just down to you. Keeping an eye on James Hickey. For St John of God, anything that we should be worried about?
Yeah, he's certainly grabbing that that rib area, so we'll just keep an eye on him. He's running for the ball now, but
I'll tell you why. Tex Mitchell gave him one as he went past.
Yeah, there was another player in the vicinity, but
So it's a free kick. Mark in the left back pocket. Now Hickey's got it, driving it to the outer wing.
He goes long, falls towards Humphrey, who can't take the mark. Off hands, Henderson. He can't keep it in either. On centre wing on the outer side. And we're going to have a boundary throw in.
Be a bit on this because Mitchell gave him one a long way off the ball.
And, yeah, well, Mitchell's got the free kick, so there you go. So that's the... I'd say Hickey's had a crack at him, and then Mitchell's got the ball. So he goes to K-Rock's own, who takes it at 50. Max Kelly, right half forward, northern end of the ground here at West Oval. And on the lead, Tanner Lewis puts it out in front of him. Betson, not much he can do there. And the VFL listed Tanner Lewis will shoot for goal from a 30 out on a fairly acute angle in what would be the Paul Peck pocket at St Mary's. And it's in the right forward pocket here, northern end of the ground.
See, son of Paul Peck.
Yes, I saw the son of Paul Peck. Yes.
Lockie
was here. He's on the outer side there. As Tanner Lewis comes in from that side, kicks across the face of goal and squeezes it in for a behind. So they go to 1-2-8 now. Geelong West. They trail St Joey's 4-6-30 Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Better delivery inside forward 50 though, Jace. Lower the eyes and hit up a leading target for West. Some positive signs going forward.
Webb's short kick in was marked by Al Hickey. He rarely turns it over, but he has to Collins, who had time to drop the mark, recover, get a handball to Watts, who was then dumped in a tackle. So Collins dropping that mark may put the footy back in the hands of St Joey's. We'll get a stoppage, a ball up on true centre wing.
Tyler Watts hasn't moved off the ground after that tackle either.
Yeah, so he's down and just holding the ball out. The trainer is there with him now, and he is, yeah, he hasn't moved, as Birchie said, so we'll keep an eye on him for St John of God. We put you first injury update. We might have a break in play here.
Unfortunate for Tyler Watts, it was James Hickey tackling him, so I think some of that frustration
Well, James
from
Hickey's
earlier,
going
he
to
put
come
a
off
bit
with,
more into it.
James Hickey's going to come off with a blood rule as well, Birchie, so keep an eye on him. He's coming towards you on the boundary line.
Tyler Watts just getting to his haunches now.
Yeah.
But you suspect that if he's been out, that's game over for him, and we won't see him until after the break. They've got South Barwon next week, and they'll play Leopold here.
Oh, yeah, he's not good. He's in the hands of the trainers. He does not know where he is at the moment, so he's going to come off very slowly. I think Tanner Lewis has come down to relieve him in the ruck.
Actually, with it being 21 days, and this being a Sunday, he actually won't play till the Grovedale game.
Yeah.
And that's the least of Tyler Watts' worries right now. He is very wonky of leg. I know his family are avid watchers of the AFL Barn live stream, listeners to Carroll football. We can assure you, if you're not here, the Watts family, he's in good hands as he's being assisted from the field.
And just take your time with him as he comes off. Moy's going to come back on for him. It's pretty hard out there, the ground too, isn't it?
Yeah, for this time of year, we mentioned the ground beforehand, didn't we? How fantastic Nick it's in, and she's quite solid out there. So he's running off on his own accord, which is good.
That's good. So he's going to come off the ground, be replaced by Moy, and he's now down in front of Birchie, just taking his time to as he's come off the ground.
So the question is, does James Hickey have any?
Well, I personally didn't see the sling of the tackle. There was a lot of players standing around, unless you guys saw it. But it does change a few things now structurally for Geelong West as well. So Symes will have to do the bulk of the rucking for the rest of the day.
Tanner Lewis is another one they could use in the ruck.
They can, yeah. Just changes their structure at each end of the ground if they have to pinch hit some ruck duties elsewhere.
They're down one now. So we're on the outer wing. Plays resumed. Ball bobbling around. A high kick by Gow to the middle of the ground. Sitting underneath it, Barnes. Not easy to mark. McLaughlin front on. Yeah, that should be a free kick. It was only Barnes with eyes for the footy. Sean Barnes. Driving it very, very, very wide. It'll fall maybe for Moi Moi. In fact, it won't. Tackle laid by Moi Moi on Al Hickey. Umpire says, give it to me. I'll ball it up. And Jane Birch is right. It is getting very chopped up on that near side wing. You can just see where it sees a little bit of traffic. Tap down Northam. Max Kelly hit it at pace and then lost the footy. It bounced out of his arms. Trying to pick it up there was Hunter Lewis. And it's socket forward for Joey's. McLaughlin coming one way. The other way came Ajang. He left it behind. Well, picked up by McLaughlin, dragged to ground by Mitchell. We'll get a ball up and a stoppage. 4-6-30 St Joey's. 1-2-8 Geelong West. Perchy's just keeping an eye on all things Tyler Watts and hopefully no long-term ramifications for him.
Northam got it down too. Mitchell, handball over the top. He gets it and handballs it further. Close free kick. Going to come back, I think. And the free kick to Saw Giovanni on centre wing for Geelong West. So
there's a couple of free kicks off the play. Yeah. There's a few little spot fires.
Bit niggle.
Yes.
Kicks it towards centre half forward. No mark taken by Carroll. He threw the handball out really. Free kick, no. It's going to be a hold. Barnes had the footy. McLaughlin came across. Hannessy did as well. And it's going to be a ball up at centre half forward for Geelong West. Symes gets it down nicely. Through traffic, they get it to Barnes. He kicks it on the outboard. Over the head of Horny Blow. Lewis is there as well. Betson comes across close to the boundary line. And they can't keep it in. Right forward pocket. We're going to have a boundary throw in. 4-6-30 St Joey's. Geelong West 1-2-8 Morris. Business Class Finance K-Rock. Second quarter score. We played 12.5 minutes in this second term on the Barn Foods time clock.
Barnes just starting to be a little bit of an influence off half back in this quarter too, Jace.
Yep.
Northam, Lewis grabbed out of the ruck by Northam, gave it to Betson. Betson gives a handball off to the run of Nenadis, who had a bounce and it bounced away from him, so it opens the door here for the Giants. A little kick by Ajang, a Horny Blow, who has kicked a goal in every game of his career so far, Lockie Horny Blow. 35 goals from 11 games. 2-week suspension for an incident following an investigation from the clash against Bell Park earlier in the season. He served those over the last fortnight. Took the offer of 3 down to 2. Man on the mark stands about 45 from goal. This is not beyond Lockie Hornyblow. He's a nice kick of the footy. But that one is a shank, and it will bounce just inside the field of play at the left-hand behind post and go out of bounds. So not the worst result in the end for the Giants. They'll get a stoppage in the left forward pocket, northern end of the ground. 4-6-30 St Joey's, second quarter, Morris Business Class Finance scoreboard. It's asset finance by Geelong people for Geelong people. Call 1300 for Morris. Geelong West, a 1-2-8.
Boundary throw in. Lewis pushes Northam off the football. Gets a left little kick away. Not very far though. Humphrey picks up the ball, goes towards his brother. Can't take the mark. Handball came outboard. West working hard, more close to the boundary line. He's not going to be able to keep the footy in. Gets off some hands, including Cade Lovell. And a boundary throw in at left half forward for Geelong West.
A lazy Sunday afternoon in June, and the football is being played like it's a lazy Sunday afternoon.
Sure is.
Ball back into play. Symes front position on the tap down in game 150. The roving by Saw Giovanni. Kick inside forward 50. It's allowed to bounce to the back of the pack. It'll roll away but be cleaned up by Zach Knights, who slipped over as he went to turn and then went to get a handball away that was deflected through for a behind. And it's a minor score for the Giants. A rush behind. They're 1-3-9 now. St Joseph's 4-6-30. 14.5 minutes played on the Barn Foods second quarter time clock.
Yeah, I wonder what's happening at the Sporting Globe this afternoon. We might pop in there after half time.
Yes, some wings, delicious.
Oh, there we go. Webb plays on from fullback, gets a posse, and gets into the back pocket. Zach Knights, who is very Luke Maddock-like. Straight back at centre, some back pocket, goes with a left foot kick. It's a good kick for distance. Riley Moore at the back, through him. And just like Afghanistan through Australia, that's done. It's out of bounds, and it's going to be a boundary thrown in between wing and half forward.
They're enjoying some time in forward half, though, at the moment, aren't they, West? They've had 3 repeat inside forward 50s.
Very chance they could kick a goal.
Oh, well, they're trying.
Yeah, they are very trying.
Kirsch keeping an eye on the Kerr's higher stats this afternoon. Tapped down at the front of the pack by Northern. The clearing kick came for St Joey's from Henderson. A rolling ball. Edwards tracks it towards the boundary line. Can he keep it alive? He does. Shares it by hand with Aussie Humphrey, although he missed the target. Lewis coming the other way. Couldn't take it for Joey's either. Lewis just barrels in to lay a tackle and get a stoppage in the right forward pocket at the southern end of the ground. just trying to invoke some enthusiasm in this contest.
Terrible handball too, might I add, at the feet of him.
It was out of bounds too.
Yes, and that.
From behind, Symes won the tap down and Jang the roving handball release. They'll get out of trouble. Outside of the right boot, the kick from Lovell will bounce it half back away from Kelly. Well picked up by Al Hickey, but he's taken in a two-man tackle. Blake Carroll is involved for West. Gets a handball on the bounce. Barnes has been busy. Handball off. Rob outside of the right boot. Not that bad little kick. And stretching and marking is Kelly at left half back.
K-Rock's own goes with a right foot kick over the head of Northam. Comes towards Horniblow on centre wing now. Went left and a left foot kick around the corner. Couldn't hit a target. St Joey's now going to have to get rid of that handball. Comes out. Horniblow through the middle. Played for a free kick and got one. K-Rock's own thought about playing on. And it's going to come back anyway.
You won't miss James Hickey. He's come back wrapped up like you would not believe. He's been mummified.
He has. Max is going to have to get a new jumper too. He's got his ripped off his back. So Horniblow's got the free kick. Centre wing, broadcast side, going to the northern end. He goes with a right foot kick long. Big pack there. Who's going to mark it? Liam Betson is right in the middle. The only person who actually went for the mark in the end and has taken it at half back.
Handball off to Henderson, who drives a long ball to the wing. It's not a great kick. It's set for Moore to mark. That's a really good grab. 4 deep, Hamlin Hanger, and he turns and kicks quickly. Went looking for Moy Moy. It landed at his feet. It ricochets away. Moy Moy came at it, couldn't take it cleanly. Handball back Lovell. Rob outside of the right boot. Lockie Taylor down low. Genuflected, took the mark. Playing for the wrong club if you're genuflecting to take a mark. Swings, sends a long ball, open goal, square, down low, mark not completed. Nearly taken at his bootlaces by Horniblow, and Joey's will clear to half back, and Mullen will fly, can't mark off the hands of the pack Barnes. He'll turn and send it high inside 50. And Jang's going to have to sit underneath it. Got the spoil, took the mark. Oh, what's he paid? Surely a mark. Umpire's pointed the wrong way. That is a mark to Emmanuel Ajang of some quality. Had to stand under a high ball, and on the second attempt was able to gobble it for a Hamlin Hanger and a chance to kick their second of the afternoon.
Well, they were threatening, Jace. We did say they were threatening with ball inside forward 50, but what they're doing, they're getting numbers just everywhere. At the fall of the ball, they've got numbers at stoppages, they've got numbers at clearances, they've just got numbers everywhere, and they're just outworking St Joseph's at the moment.
Ajang, man on the mark, stands about 35 from goal. He'll have to start this right-hand goal post, you would suspect, and just curl it back in. Sends it on its way, and he's started at left, and that's where it stayed, and it's gone out on the full, and they are blowing opportunities like you would not believe. They are 1-3-9. Like, these conditions, tell me, Kirsch, you couldn't ask for better, could you, in winter?
The last couple of kicks for goal have been absolutely shockers. Horniblow and Ajang, and they're quality footballers. They've kicked 4 out in the full today, and there's no breeze.
Humphrey plays on from that back pocket. Free kick found, and going to go to Geelong West at half forward. Mitchell, called to play on now, was going to go
Make
inside.
that 5, Jace.
Oh, wow. He's kicked that on the bike track so far. It's bounced twice and come back down. That's how high it was on the bike track. So free kicks and Joey's inside defensive 50.
It's not even an inside 50 there because they didn't go inside the 50.
Elder James, the Hickey boys, get it towards DeGrand, who comes out centre wing, takes the mark. So Paddy goes from centre wing to centre half forward. Edwards, easy. Oh, he dropped the mark. He should have. That was the easiest one of the whole afternoon.
Absolutely.
Right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Win coffee for free coffee for a year. And we're going to have a boundary throw in, and Kingy's going to get us a goal from this contest. You watch this.
Well, they've done it right, West. They've actually slowed St Joseph's ball movement.
West Coast not going away. 89 playing 75. Essendon lead late in the third quarter. Front of the pack. Here's a chance for James Hickey. Quickly gets a kick away before the pressure came from Ajang. And like plucking an apple off a tree, Paddy de Grande is marked. That was coming with some velocity, and Paddy de Grande, as casual as you like, just stuck the mitts out and said, "I'll take that, thanks very much."
The degree of difficulty was high then.
So Paddy de Grande has kicked 2 this afternoon. He actually leads Geelong West himself. He's 2 straight 12, leading Geelong West 1-3-9. This is for a 9-point de Grande lead.
What an easy kick.
He kicks this.
He'll have to start at left-hand goal post. DeGrande from 35 metres out. Oh, what a kick. What a kick from DeGrande. Inspirations paint goal of the afternoon contender. Started it left and faded it back perfectly. There was the Tom Hawkins power fade at its finest being employed by Paddy DeGrande. He's got 30 for the season, and his team have got a 27-point buffer in the shadows of half-time. Second term, Morris Business Class Finance Scoreboard. Asset finance by Geelong people for Geelong people. Call 1300 for Morris. Joey's 5636. Geelong West 139.
It was hard work to get a goal, wasn't it? Was that the first goal of the quarter?
Second,
yeah. Just
Grandy's got both.
That's correct. Well, it's hard work, and there's only a bit of fluency in St Joseph's ball movement this quarter, so we want the game to open up so it's a bit free-flowing, because at the moment it's not.
Northam gets it down in the middle.
And free kicks everywhere.
Free kick against Lewis to Northam. So, Ollie Northam plays on. Handball. Fall to the foot is okay. They go with a kick inside 50. Mullen goes up. Get out of the way, Joel Edwards says, and takes the mark.
Absolutely, get out of the way. I'm bigger than you. I'm the key marking forward, not you. You're the one front and centre.
That's right. Ben Clark kicked the ball in.
It was a floater.
It was a bit of a mung. But, he had two options, and they were both there. Jack Mullen and Joel Edwards.
Well, that's a good point you make, Jace, because they both were flying in the air, and they were the only two actually going for the ball inside a forward 50 entry.
So Edwards, who's kicked one this afternoon already, 2 in 30 seconds for St Joey's. If he can put this through, much easier kick than Paddy DeGrande's. He's 45 out, slide angle, southern end of the ground, comes in with a right foot kick. Goal umpire does not move, and through for his second, sixth for the St Joey's team. 6-6-42. They lead Geelong West 1-3-9. Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Free kick, run of play. Ben Clark, good run from behind, shock kick in, but like we said, the marking targets were there, and that's the difference at the moment. They've got the power forwards, they've got the forwards on the ground that can get the work and the job done, so that's the difference at the moment, just the forward entries and the marks inside forward 50.
I think they got one behind the ball too, Geelong West.
Back in the middle, Northam winning the tap. Lewis is doing some ruck work. It's jammed on the boot by Hunter Lewis. Inside 50 down low. Edwards couldn't take it cleanly. Riley Moore couldn't either, but he fumbled it forward into the path of Barnes. Freed the arms, trying to get a handball to Carroll. Carroll dealing with the boundary line. I should say it's Meddings. And out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
They don't pay that at local level at all. That's a free kick at AFL.
Yeah.
We'll get it hurled back into play, but right now this game is being shot to bits in about a 2-minute span by back-to-back goals. You just thought as West was just starting to get themselves back involved. Boundary umpire puts it back into play. Grabbed out of the ruck by Lewis, had his kick smothered by Lewis. That was Tanner being smothered by Hunter. It spills for Gow, handball back. Hickey, that's James, a handball on the up, missed its target. Moy got involved. Haven't seen enough of Phil Moy. Need to probably see him up on the ball potentially. Northam lost the footy in the tackle, taken by Saw Giovanni. Gives it to Moy now. Moy loops a handball over the top. Watch out, Lockie Taylor, you're gone. Dumped by Antonak. Did well not to sling him. Hunter Lewis picked up the loose footy for Joey's. He's taken to ground. We'll get a ball up. True centre wing, broadcast side, 6-6-42, 1-3-9. Second quarter action, thanks to Morris Business Class Finance.
Yeah, you're right, King. I'd like to see Moy up. He's only had a couple of possessions and the one goal, so get him up around the ball, get him involved.
Northam gets it to Lewis, who gets it towards forward 50. Moore pushes Edwards past the football, then he pushes him over. Still inside to forward 50 for St Joey's. Mullen wrapped up by a Jang and also Fraser Robb, so the umpire will come in, ball it up for Lewis and Edwards. Lewis gets it down for Geelong West. Mitchell taps it on.
That's deliberate.
Throw in, says the umpire. Well, it was deliberate, but they don't pay it at this level, Matt.
No, they don't. No, I don't understand why. It's a rule. It's there. It's insufficient intent. It's all that. But we just don't see it at local level for some reason.
No, boundary throw in. Lewis for Geelong West up against Northam. Thrown in now at half forward for St Joey's. Taps it towards Lewis, in fact.
Oh, that's a dangerous tackle.
That is a dangerous tackle. Everybody's got that, I think. And then there's a few coming in to remonstrate as well. Free kick's going to come against Lewis. It's going to go to Tanner Owen.
A lot of Tanners out there today.
Yeah, got to be Tanner to play footy.
Correct.
Kick inside forward 50. DeGrande, the target spoil from Moore from behind front of the pack. McLaughlin through the traffic he goes. A handball back to the voice of his skipper. Not a regular goal kicker. Al Hickey, flying shot, has missed to the left through for a behind. He's just the one for the season, Al Hickey, and he couldn't add to his tally there. And the margin is 40 now. Yeah, I got 40. The scoreboard says 34. Have I missed something?
Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you missed something.
Yeah, okay. Make it 34 then, the margin.
I think you've missed something.
Yeah, 6, 7, 40. It's been that afternoon. 6, 7, 43 plays 139.
So kick in to Saw Giovanni. Inside defensive 50 for Geelong West. Comes along broadcast side towards Horny Blow. Punched away. Falls towards Gow. Got the kick away. Strength. Get out of the way. Paddy DeGrande says. Gives it away to James Hickey. Can he do better than the brother? Right foot kick. He sure can. Inspirations paint. Goal of the afternoon from James Hickey. Looks like the mummy. But he's got the desired result. And now, Kingy, you're okay. 7-7-49. It's 40 points of difference. Geelong West 1-3-9. Morris Business Class Fights. K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
I'm Nostra freaking
You are. How good was James Gow then? Just in that tight contest, just to get the mindset to get one hand free, one leg free, and get that ball moving forward. And then Paddy DeGrande, a nice little handball on. But yeah, great work, James Gow. Strong.
Second goal of the season for James Hickey, so he's got one more than his brother. His brother had a chance at number 2, missed it, and Alex couldn't take his lines, but James could. Tap down Northern, rolling ball. Hunter Lewis just jammed it on the left boot. McLaughlin front position, couldn't mark. Good pressure, Barnes. Then the handball on the up. Moy looks to have gone onto the footy. Tried to shimmy away from Nunadis and did. Kick around the corner wasn't great. That's a good stretch. And mark taken by Angus Humphrey. He goes short in game number 50. At senior level to his skipper, Al Hickey, goes short to Antonak. Forward to the centre circles. Antonak will kick it into the pocket. What's he got? Austin Humphrey couldn't mark. Ball out the back. Nyack. Oh! Lost the footy, slipped over. DeGrande, the don't argue, fumbled, lost the footy before he could have a snap. Collins picked it up to save the situation, and they'll get out of trouble. Nyack, after slipping over, gets back to his feet, wins the footy and sent it to the wing.
Goes towards centre wing on the outer side. Ball punched away by Betson. McComb was pretty good. Got the handball backwards to Northam. Off a step, the big ruckman was good to Antonak. Free in the middle. Goes to the right foot kick to centre half forward. Looks for DeGrande, who goes up and plucks the mark. Hamlin hanger style again. Paddy wants to play on. 50 out from goal. Open goal square. Should have passed it. Terrible kick out of bounds on the full. So Geelong West will take the free kick. Last line of defence. Barnes has got it. And they're under pressure a bit at the moment, the Giants, late in this second term. Called to play on down the line with the kick high, looking for a Jang. Northern from behind, falls towards Carroll. Luke Webb's behind as well. Webby wants to come over and say hello. G'day, Webby. How are you? Going well?
I feel like we're playing St Kilda.
Oh, so what he said.
Yes, he did say that.
Boundary throwing right in front of us.
Ross Lyon.
Gold.
Boundary throw in front. Symes won the
Wow.
tap down and Jang did the roving. Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
Anna Jang.
Through traffic past Nunadis. Kicks it long, looking for Horny Blow. Back. Oh! Al Hickey with courage going back. He's left Horny Blow sore as he attempted to mark the footy. Couldn't hang on to it now, holding the ball's paid. Horny Blow's got to his feet for St John. God, you've got to keep a bit to unpack there. Birchie, injury-wise, he's a bit sore. And there's a free kick to Phil Moy.
Unbelievable. I don't know how you can pay a free kick there, but they did. And he's paid it the wrong way, and there's some arguing about that.
So, Phil Moy with the resultant free kick. Down to you, Birchie, for St John of God. We put you first.
Yeah, front-on collision there for Horny Blow. Might have got a bit of contact in the sensitive area, so he's up and walking though, shaking it off.
Shuraf Ganguly.
Yep.
No more Sunday football, Tom.
Moy for his second and the Giants' second, and the Breeze has taken it across the face and off hands and through for a minus score, and the margin is 39.
Did you ever think you'd get Saurav Ganguly into a footy commentary?
Thought would have been almost revolt-like against the Swans 20 years ago, that mark by Al Hickey, the way he went back with the flight. Real attempt at a Hamlin hanger. Anyway, the short kick in marked by McComb, who goes into the left back pocket, and the mark taken there by Knights, and he'll go along the line, and the mark taken by Angus Humphrey. Is it? No, it's Henderson.
Yes, it is Henderson, and goes to McComb, who worked his way along the boundary on centre wing. He chips the ball. Oh, no mark taken by Nunadis. And a Jang right next to him off hands and out of bounds. We'll have a throw in on centre wing on the outer side.
It wasn't a great kick.
It wasn't a great kick. We see Tyler Watts downstairs in front of us just with the trainer. He still looks a little bit groggy, but he's just getting his way back from that concussion.
From the boundary throw-in, handball release. Okay, Lovell. Haven't caught a lot of him. Gave it to Saw Giovanni. Neat little short kick was marked by Moy, who now sends it a long high ball. Horny blow his target. Crashing the pack was Brad Wood. Brought it to ground, but Antonac cleaning up. Handball release. Here's Webb doing his best work. Although that's not a grail. It's okay. Thought the kick had a bit more carry on it, and that is half time. A half that is not one that we will put in the archive very quickly. 7-7-49 St Joey's played the better footy. Geelong West are 1-4-10 at the main break as we go to half time. Thanks to Blackman's Brewery. Blackman's Brewery brewed right here in Geelong. It's the ultimate halftime beer, and it'll be available at GMHBA Stadium when we're next back there for Geelong and Hawthorn in 13 days' time. A Pivot City Lager will not go astray tonight. Bit of discussion going on down there.
Towards Williams, comes back to Benson, he gets it to Harry McMahon, he wants to get in on the action, gives it to Wales beautifully. Wales with a left foot kick, and he kicks the goal. Great play, Elijah Wales, great skill, his first of the afternoon. Towards Williams, comes back to Benson, he gets it to Harry McMahon, he wants to get in on the action, gives it to Wales beautifully. Wales with a left foot kick, and he kicks the goal. Great play, Elijah Wales, great skill, his first of the afternoon. towards Williams, comes back to Benson, he gets it to Harry McMahon, he wants to get in on the action, gives it to Wales beautifully, Wales with a left foot kick, and he kicks the goal! Great play, Elijah Wales, great skill, his first of the afternoon. Towards Williams, comes back to Benson, he gets it to Harry McMahon, he wants to get in on the action, gives it to Wales beautifully, Wales with a left foot kick, and he kicks the goal! Great play, Elijah Wales, great skill, his first of the afternoon.
Common, Correo and Warn Ponds.
Like footy players, not all shelving is equal. Some buckle under pressure, some are a bit crooked. But we're Geelong. We're tough. We're A&B Australia, the Geelong Shelving Store. Whatever size or weight capacity you need, choose the winning team for high-quality, tailor-made shelving units. A&B Australia is the ultimate destination for your garage, office, warehouse or factory storage. See the showroom and talk to an expert. 47 Morgan Street, North Geelong. ANBAustralia.net.
If your lounge room has been niggling at you, your bedroom's fighting for attention, or your deck is calling your name, then you might need to plan a paint project. And when you do, the team at your local Inspirations Paint Store can't wait to get stuck into it with you. They're the Dulux approved specialists, and they've got all the paint, accessories and expert advice to make your next project awesome. Inspirations Paint. What's your next project?
Inspirations Paint, Grovedale, 138 Torquay Road.
Ford Ranger, Australia's #1 selling vehicle, is available for immediate delivery now at Rex Gorell Ford. It's bigger, tougher, smarter and more versatile. The Ford Ranger is perfect for work, family and play. Drives Car of the Year in 2023. The Ford Ranger is Australia's most popular vehicle. With models available for immediate delivery, choose the Ranger that's right for you. Drive away today in your new Ranger from Rex Gorell Ford. Fine Street, Geelong. LMCT 1308.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Coming to the end of half-time here at West Oval. It's half-time thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate half-time beer made right here in Geelong. The Pivot City Lager I can highly recommend. It's a very nice, smooth drop, easy drinking. Very good on a Saturday night or a Sunday afternoon.
Could you have it warm?
Right now?
Yeah.
I like mine out of a frosted glass.
Oh, yes. Very
Tip
nice.
the tin into a frosted glass.
Did you have a
away we
Pivot
go.
City Lager last night, Tom, did you?
I did.
Something along those lines.
Blackman's Brewery, Geelong and the Surf Coast Brewery for 10 years. Ren and Jess, family owned and run, 3 venues in Grovedale, Torquay and Ocean Grove. And at GMHBA Stadium, you're heading to the bar, support your local Geelong brewery with a Pivot City Lager, a Pale Ale, or try a Pacific Ale or a Mervyn. We've been looking at the head-to-head for White Cross Healthcare today. Scooters, walkers, but much more. Trusted advice, best solutions. Kirsch, you started off with Lockie Hanley and Barnes, and Webb, I should say, and then you had to make a quick adjustment when Lockie Hanley was a late withdrawal for the Giants, and you've gone with Barnes versus Webb. How do you see that matchup through the first half?
Well, Kingy, it's an interesting one because Barnes was actually pretty influential there in some patches off half-back for Geelong West and had a few rebounds out of the back half. So he's been pretty important for Geelong West in the back half. He's currently sitting on, what's he got there? He's got 9 possessions, so he's been rather important, but more importantly, 4 rebound 50s. So he's doing his job down half back. And obviously Luke Webb, he's had he had 7 and 6. So he's had 13 possessions, Webby, 4 marks, no tackles, but he's also had the 4 rebound 50s. So they're evenly poised at the moment. It's just what Luke Webb does with the ball in hand is what the difference is. He hits targets. His efficiency level will be high, and he sets up so much from half back that usually results in some scores for. So at the moment, Webby's probably got his nose in front, but Sean Barnes is certainly having a good game on half-back for Geelong West, so she's pretty even at the moment.
Thank you for that, Kirsch. Players just moving back into position for this second half. You're in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. What can West do to try and generate something to get this contest moving in their direction?
They've got to kick more. They've just got to kick more and get a bit more speed on the ball, because at the moment they're predictable with their overuse of the handball, and it's easy to defend. You just keep coming up on them, and that's why we're having so many stoppages, because they get turned over or they just get a reset, and that's exactly what St Joseph's want. When they do kick, their skill level at the moment is pretty poor, so that's letting them down as well. They've just got to get some speed on, get some inside 50s and keep the ball inside their forward half and get some shots on.
Third quarter for Barnes. Yes, the siren went twice, and we've got the third quarter underway for Barnes Timber. Here's Jace.
Yes, the ball comes free. Moi for Geelong West gets it away. Clearing kick by Lovell inside 50. They need a good start here, the Giants. And James Hickey wrapped up in the tackle in defensive 50. And we'll have a ball up, so the Giants attacking the southern end in this third term. And 39 points down. They need a couple of quick ones to get back in this contest. Northam goes up against Symes. Ajang pushes it forward, and Adis can't pick it up. Through the middle. Ball up the chimney. No mark going to be paid there. Moi tries to get around. He does. He gets the handball to Ajang. He tries to get around, and Adis does. Off a standing start. Goes for goal and misses. And through for 1 behind. So they go to 1-5-11 now, Geelong West. Trails and Joey 7-7-49. Bowen Timber K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Well, positive start for West. Got the ball forward and got a shot at goal. But can't find the big one, so Webb goes straight up the middle. Dangerous kick. Barnes knocked it away from Nunadis. Jen cleaned up the loose footy for West. Handball, Lovell. Wasn't a great one on the outside of the right hand, but Lovell made it better than what it was. Stepped through the man coming towards him, turned and kicked to the pocket, but back for the flight. Al Hickey not paid the mark. Umpire said play on as he didn't complete it. Was brought to ground. Webb was there, gave a handball off quickly. Dumped with a teammate in Angus Humphrey. Now the clearing kick comes from James Hickey and it finds on the chest Jack Mullen, marking right where the 50 meets the boundary line in front of the scoreboard. The Bowen Timber in this third term shows St Joseph's leading 49-11.
So Mullen, called to play on, goes now down the line towards centre wing with the kick. Northam, the only one who goes up. Can't take the mark, though. Moore at the back for Geelong West. He gets the kick away towards the boundary line. Owen, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. He just handballs it to Cade Lovell, who plays for the Giants. So he goes with a kick inside 50. Look for the run of Lewis to come at it. Can't take the mark. Lovell, handball to Lewis. Thought about the handball. Should have got the handball. Then does get the handball.
Oh, he's paid too high.
He's paid too high, really? That's interesting. Tanner Lewis will take the free kick at left half forward. He's done pretty well there because Tanner Lewis is not the smallest bloke on the ground, and he'll take the free kick at left half forward.
Jack Mullen is.
Lewis into the pocket. Collins, the lead kick, had too much on it. Just sat there for Angus Humphrey to knock away, and the roving done by Owen, who kicks towards the wing. Signs went across, rather Tanner Level went across, couldn't take the mark. When he found the footy, he walked straight into a Max McLaughlin tackle, and we'll get a ball up. 7-7-49, playing 1-5-11. We'll get a ball up. The edge of the centre wicket area, slightly favouring Geelong West. Symes won the tap down. Under that pack is James Hickey, and he's wrapped up in a tackle, and we've just settled into the same rhythm as Tex Mitchell gets up. As we had in that first half of play, this has reached no great heights here on a Sunday afternoon, unfortunately.
Northam gets it down to James Hickey, ran through the contest, now falls towards Mullen. Kick out of the middle by McLaughlin, goes into an open space at half forward. Kerwood gets across there, Rob as well. Handball missed the target, ends up in Codd's hands. Now Rob, he just throws the ball away. That's holding the ball. Umpire says no. McLaughlin, he's wrapped up by Moore, thrown into the ground. Handball by Barnes, back to Nyack, close to the goal line. Which way is it going to go? Nyack gets away, does well, draws a player. Jang has to sit and wait for it and gets it. Now with a right foot kick, he turns it over though. Nunada's got a hand to it, back to whence it came, inside 50. John Oates has to go up. Hannessy takes the mark by himself. Good work. And he's going to have a set shot for goal in the right forward pocket. And he's going to try and kick his first of the afternoon and the first of this third term. Ollie Hannessy. The last kick for goal wasn't crash hot. Larry Gomes needs to put it through. Here we go. Right foot kick. Comes in, gives it everything he's got. Goal umpire moves across and says just missed through for 1 behind. So 2 behinds for him this afternoon. 7-8-50 St Joey's. They lead Geelong West 1-5-11. Bowen Timber K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 4.5 on the Bowen Foods time clock.
Fraser Robb will go straight up the corridor, wanting Codd. He nearly turned it over. Austin Humphrey dropped the mark, though. Nunadis couldn't take it cleanly. Picked up beautifully by Gow. Fires a handball to McLaughlin, who under pressure got driven into the turf and will take a free kick. You could see from here that was a push in the back for Max McLaughlin. The tackle from behind was a bit indiscriminate, and he'll have a shot at goal with the man on the mark standing just inside 50 on these wide expanses of West Oval. There's a bit of a gap between the top of the 50 and the edge of the centre square.
He's more than on his maximum here, Max. He'll probably struggle with his distance a little.
Right-hand goalpost is where he needs to start it to draw it back on just a slight easterly that he's provided a little bit of breeze this afternoon. He does start it right, and he has put that onto the bike track. Wonderful finish from Max McLaughlin.
Great finish.
And the margin is now 45 points. That's a game-high lead for St Joseph's as they continue to run away from Geelong West. Third quarter scoreboard thanks to Bowen Timber, your specialists in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region. Visit their showroom at 50 Fellmongers Road, Breakwater, or check out bowentimber.com.au. Joey's 8-8-56. Geelong West 1-5-11. Nearly 6 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock.
Well, it was another turnover. It was the kicking from full back after that Hennessy easy point that turned the ball back over again, and just by foot, those skill errors and the turnovers cost them again. Another score from turnover.
Northam goes up, gets it down in the middle. James can't pick it up in the middle. Giants working hard, handball by Symes to a Jang, uses his speed and pace and gets away, takes a bounce, comes back to him, right foot kick, measures a beautiful pass. The only thing Jackson Collins could do was mark it, because it hit him right on the chest at pace. Great kick from Emmanuel Jang.
If he hadn't have marked it, it would have gone straight through him. It was going like a bullet.
It was a bullet.
Well, they've made that move, Chase, we spoke about at half-time, Collins to go forward, considering he is a key forward.
So, understatement of the year from Jason. He needs to kick this goal. He comes in right foot kick, and it's not going to quite make the distance. Oh, nearly a mark. Oh, horny bloke. Got two hands to it too, and in the end was the only one that went for it.
Almost.
Yeah, but through for one behind. So they go to 1-6-12 now. Geelong West, St Joey's 8-8-56. Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
But you good luck with your Leopold Sporties this afternoon, because I just don't know anybody right now. Actually, do you know what? I reckon the four of us should just go for dinner and have $25 each towards a palmy or something.
Like it.
went looking for bets, and he was dragged down in the tackle after dropping what he should have taken.
It's a process of elimination going on here with my team sheets. I've got a couple of ticks, but yes, tricky.
You could give it to Tyler Watts, because he can't play any worse.
No.
Grabbed out of the ruck by Tanner Lewis, but he had a fresh airy horny bloke trying to barge his way through, left the footy behind as well. We'll get a ball up, and this is just putrid.
I reckon we just give it to Jack Buckley for his pre-game. That was a pretty good interview.
From the ball up, or do we just give it to Jaden Symes and say happy 150th?
That's it.
Potentially. From the ball up, another stoppage, 8-8-56, 1-6-12. And this is a tough watch this afternoon. 8 minutes played. Barnfoot's time clock umpire puts it into the air again. Northern won the tap down. Roving done out of the pack by McComb. He does a kick around the corner looking for McLaughlin. Well done by Kelly, or rather Barnes knocked it away and gave a handball to Eastman. Haven't caught a lot of him this afternoon. Jang's trying to step through Lewis. Got a handball release away, but straight to Gow. Gow will kick to the wing, and that hit the... You could actually hear it say hit the chalk. As Wimbledon's about to start, you could just see the little puff of dust from the chalk, and that means it's bounced on the line, and that is a boundary throw in at true centre wing. Oh, that's going to be... Is it tonight, Wimbledon? Or next week?
I think it's tomorrow night, is it? Yeah, it might be tonight. Yeah, that's not going to go well.
And Tour de France not far away.
Oh, wow, we.
British Open golf.
Boundary throw in. Silverstone. A few other things. Play on advantage, is it? No, hang on, come back.
Because it was a non-controlling umpire that paid it. So when the
Yeah.
It was a push in the back.
It was, and it's Tex Mitchell.
James Gow is about to be carded. Is he? James Gow has been reported.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Not exactly sure what for, but the book is out.
He's reported for striking Tex Mitchell by the looks of it.
And that will be a card as well. Well, it's very rare that you see the book come out these days. So that must mean a card. He's been reported.
Well, he was the non-controlling umpire as well, who was in the distance. And to me, it looked like a push in the back, a bit of craft work, but it was a push.
No card, just reporting.
So I'm not sure what...
I thought a report was a card.
Oh. Well, we might get Birchie to ask at three-quarter time.
Yeah. Hang on. No, actually,
That's a little comical.
I'm glad we know the rules.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
So James Gow will spend 15 minutes of playing time on the bench. It won't change the result of this one, and Mitchell's got the resultant free kick after all of that. Just adding another layer to what's already been a very interesting day here. Kick inside forward 50, no mark taken in front of the pack. Blake Carroll taking a really good tackle by Angus Humphrey, and we will get a ball up. So that was umpire Wilson that made that report. Fisted away by Northam, grabbed by Hunter Lewis, met front on by Eastman and brought down to the tackle. Ball spilled out, jamming it on the boot was Tanner Owen to half back. Mullen takes it, lost in the tackle, and Meddings at Cade level, trying to ferret his way through, can't get out. Haven't called a lot of Cade level at all. He coming off 25 touches against Lara. It is a step up in class. You're going from the picnics to a Group 1 when you're playing St Joey's. That's no offence to Lara. That's just where they're at. Tanner Lovell, the high ball towards forward 50. Owen back with the fight, dropped the mark, taken by Lewis for Geelong West and taken to ground by Tanner Owen, and we'll get a ball up.
Whereas Tex Mitchell came off after that incident too, but he was sort of holding his left hip area or upper gluteal, so I'm not sure if that was in the tackle or the incident that happened.
A Jang from the contest to Moi Moi, out of the air, goal! And we said that's his second. We said at half-time, didn't we, that a Jang and Moi Moi Kirsch were probably the ones to have to ignite Geelong West. Well, they've had plenty of the, well, especially a Jang in this third term to start with. He was able to push forward of that contest and give it to Phil Moi Moi for his second of the afternoon. And, in fact, it's Geelong West second. So he's going very nicely this afternoon. 2-6-18 Geelong West. St Joey's 8-8-56. Bow and Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Well, they're the only two that do look like they've got some energy in that forward 50, or they at least look dangerous, and they're enjoying a bit of time in forward half here. They've had 7 inside 50s to 2, and they're up 4-2 in clearances, so they're sort of up in all aspects of this quarter.
Umpire puts it into the air in the middle. Symes climbed high, won the tap. Tanner Lovell did the roving. Can they get back-to-back goals? Kick around the corner. Eastman slipped over, and the mark taken comfortably by Al Hickey. The skipper of Joey's has got it at right half back. Just chips a kick over the top and finds Zach Knights, who again a solid citizen. Jack Buckley telling us before the game, one of the first pick now here at Joey's. He concedes some ground to Betson, who marks at the back edge of the centre square. He comes laterally to Angus Humphrey, who's got it at left half back. Game number 50 for him today. Short, looking for Webb. Good spoil from behind came from Carroll, but Angus Humphrey followed up and jammed it on the boot. A ball that sat on its point. It's allowed to bounce into the path of Knights. He couldn't take it cleanly, but Mullen could. And he's away for Joey's, sending a kick very, very wide, very, very wide, too wide, and getting back there and judging it off the boot best was Cade Lovell for the Giants.
So Lovell inside defensive 50 for the Giants, goes wide. Saul Giovanni gets down on one knee and takes the mark.
Tex Mitchell's just doing some run-throughs in front of us. He's not moving freely at all, Birchie. Just keep an eye on that for us for St John of God.
On the centre wing now, McComb's handball over the top. Eastman, oh, he tried to give it a little bit of a back heel there. Riley Moore up the chimney, to Nanatus and Humphrey. They spoil each other. Moi Moi, 55 out, handball inboard. Tanner Lewis runs towards goal. Don't argue, comes in, right foot kick, goal, Inspirations, Pate goal of the day. Tanner Lewis. He's kicked the goal 2 in a couple of minutes for the Giants. And they go to 3-6-24. They trail St Joey's 8-8-56. Bow and Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard. And there is St Joey's player down.
Betson, I reckon,
yeah. Shoulder maybe, or just a head knock. He's not looking too good there.
Just keeping an eye on the burst through of Tanner Lewis and the little fend off on Luke Webb, and all of a sudden Betson was on the ground. I don't know whether he's hurt himself in actually going to try and stop Lewis.
He's up now in the hands of the trainers.
Shrugged them all off.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe he was shot from the grassy knoll. I don't know.
Anyway, a bit of a mistake there from Nanatus and Humphrey, both flying at it, and left Geelong West players on the ground run free of the ball.
Back in the middle. Northam got it down, and it's wrapped up. Secondary bounce going to occur. Getting up, Saul Giovanni will give it back to the umpire.
He puts it into the air now. Northam from behind Symes. Beautiful tap. Lovell. They're away again, the Giants. Long ball inside 50. Collins, his target flying. Couldn't complete the mark in front of Knights. Knights did well to find the loose footy, and then too high over the top. Horny blow with the tackle. It just had to, they take that mark and he goes back and has a shot, and they just give themselves a sniff back at 4 goals.
Here's
Real
the
shank
sniff.
by Zach Knights, and rolled through Moi Moi and Taylor. Palmed down by Antonak to Ben Clark for Joey's. Shanked the kick towards DeGrande. It's off the hands of the pack, out the back. McLaughlin will hit it at pace. Try to knock it to advantage. Kerr would also try to knock it forward. Barnes did okay. Slung in the tackle. And a call for a throw. I reckon he actually got a handball away on it. Either way, it's out of bounds.
Tackle though, shouldn't it? Yeah, well, and
it's a boundary throw in.
Ben Clark, he's joined the Monday to Friday kickers group.
Zach Knights as well. That was an absolute shank. Phil Moi Moi actually was probably surprised, hence why he didn't pick it up, that he was about to get a ball kicked straight to him.
You can go into full-time employment, I reckon, Kirsch.
Monday to Fridays. Only allowed to kick at training.
Full-time at Marvel, Essendon 19-8 have defeated the Eagles 13-14, so a 30-point margin in the end for the Bombers, who continue to fly up, I should say.
Boundary throw in. And Symes gets it down, falls towards a Jang. And Nanatus puts the tackle on him. The umpire will come in, ball it up in between wing and half forward in the shadows of the stand here at West Oval. Goes up. Symes gets it down. Cade Lovell. He gets it up. And McLaughlin puts the tackle on him straight away. Ball spills over the boundary line. We're going to have another boundary throw-in.
Bombers going okay.
Hey?
Bombers are going okay.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Good for the Bombers.
Cats on Saturday night.
Yeah, good for the Cats.
The MCG, I don't think that'll be good for the Cats.
No.
Hurled back into play. It's a shallow throw-in, fisted forward by Symes. It'll roll back towards the boundary line, and we'll get a repeat at the 16-minute mark on the Barwon Foods time clock. Barwon Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. See the retail shop and get fresh fast. Great savings, great seafood since 1978. And they're chosen by all the best restaurants in town. That's Barwon Foods. We'll go again with another boundary throw-in. Shallow again. Tapped down by Northern. Hands and knees Henderson, and he's been taken in a tackle, and we'll get another stoppage. True centre wing, broadcast side, 8-8 plays 3-6. Any movement with Tex Mitchell, Birchie? We saw him going past us, but we'll keep an eye on him and see whether he gets back into the fray ball at the boundary line again. Is it? Yeah, that's out of play. Down to you, Birchie, for St John of God.
He's just taking a seat for the moment, Tex Mitchell. So yeah, really uncomfortable through that. Could possibly be a corky in the hip or left buttock. So a bit of discomfort.
Thanks, Birchie. Injury update for St John of God. We put you first from the ruck contest. Did Jang put the tackle on? Umpire said held in again. And another ball up, centre wing. Getting up, Tanner Owen gives the ball back to the umpire. So Northam and Symes. Northam hits him on the head. Falcon at the back. Cade Lovell, who's really impacted in his third term so far, comes across Barnes from half back and down the field it was. So Symes will take it. Centre wing, short little kick. K-Rock zone to run onto it. 50 out from goal. His kick was smothered by Clark. Goes past a half a dozen players. Comes back to the middle. Henderson tries to keep it in front of him. Does need some help. McLaughlin tapped on by Carroll for Geelong West. It's good. Bradwood towards Owen in front of Sorjevani. Oh, wow, he comes down heavy but takes the mark on centre wing.
Tanner Owen with it. Left half back. Drives a kick to half forward. Hunter Lewis is his target. Oh, big spoil. That's Mick Schildstyle from Tiddat Nyack. Big spoil. Falls for Lovell. He's handball straight to Tanner Owen. Owen a handball over the top. Kerwood. Quick release to Grant. He can go back to Kerwood if he so desires, but instead with that unique kicking style hits McLaughlin on the chest, who marks 45 from goal. Max Kelly would just love that back. That inside forward. Once again, just a breakdown.
Error by foot.
Yeah. Must be so frustrating for Greg Mellor. It's the execution, the unforced errors, basically, just to bring in a Wimbledon term.
Jace, you mentioned Tanner Lovell. He had the last 4 clearances. Tanner Lovell, he's really stepped up for his side.
McLaughlin, left of centre, will need to start this right-hand goalpost. Tex Mitchell trying to get that glute or hip free. Starts it out very wide, doesn't get it to come back on the line. They fly it off hands and through for a minor score. 8-9-57, plays 3-6-24, 33 points of difference on a very ho-hum Sunday afternoon here at West Oval, a game that's not reached many great heights.
So Codd with the footy at full-back for the Giants. And he's being told by Barnes to come broadcast side, so ignores that completely and goes down the middle to a Jang. Why wouldn't you? Doesn't take the mark, and now coming the other way they go. One off a step. Louis Antonak again to the top of the square, off hands. Lewis can't keep it in and through for another behind. So we go to 8-10-58 St Joey's. Geelong West 3-6-24. Barwon Timber. K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
A real high risk with their kick-ins from full back, but they don't get much reward for them because they turn it over a fair bit.
And the experts chair for the Sporting Globe, Matty Kershaw, entering sport. Rory Street in Geelong. Codd brings it broadcast side. Horny blow sets himself to flight, goes through his hands, back of the pack. Webb held without it. Umpire said play on. Betts in a quick release. Will dump McLaughlin. That's a good tackle. Tanner Lewis ensuring that Max McLaughlin is going nowhere. Tex Mitchell still trying to get that lower part of his body moving. Umpire puts it into the air. Tap down Betson, roving by Mullen. Handball release. It spills out the back of the pack. Putting his body over the footy was Owen. Trying to get a handball back. Trying to burst through a Jang. Brought down by McLaughlin, and that's going to get locked up as well. It's got a bit scrappy for them. Although Mullen went and got it and tried to disappear from the scene with the footy, but Lockie Taylor ensured he was going nowhere, and True centre wing will do it all again. 20 and 3/4 minutes played. Balm Foods time clock. Joey's by 34.
So Betson tries to take it out of the ruck contest. Taylor for Geelong West. He's over it. A Jang as well. The umpire come in, ball it up again, and this is real riveting sort of stuff on centre wing.
Fourth stoppage, reset.
Yeah, this is real good stuff. This is. Betson gets it down. Kick back to the middle by the Giants. Lewis to come off half forward. He can't pick it up. Coming Ben Clark as well. McComb, they put the tackle on. Back to Lewis. Drop the footy in the tackle. Umpire said play on. Through the middle, Nanatus. He picks it up. Gives it away to Hannessy. Right foot kick. High towards half forward. Going up early was Edwards. Falls to the side. Kerwood kicks the goal! Inspirations paint goal of the day. Jay Kerwood turned around. Kicked it on his right foot. Running away from goal, used the breeze beautifully and put it through for his first of the afternoon. And they go to 9-10-64 and they lead Geelong West 3-6-24. And as we said earlier, obviously with the loss of his mother, every St Joey's player to a man went to him at half forward.
Yeah, terrific goal, but just even better placement by him. He was front and centre. That's your ultimate front and centre spot you got to be at. The high flyers went up. He stayed down on the burst, on the fly, gets it front and centre. A nice little wrap around the corner, and that was a terrific goal. It's probably the best goal we've seen today.
Yeah, clinical finish, inspirations paint. What's your next project? 138 Torquay Road in Grovedale. And the margin back out to 40 points. Back in the middle, Lewis went to grab it out of the ruck against Betson. Didn't. Now taken by Betson, who had almost a drop kick after losing the footy in the tackle. Saw Giovanni had his kick smothered. Betson goes again, fists it forward 15 metres, taken by Mullen. Shares a handball out wide to Antonak. Antonak with the footy, 60 from goal, straightens up to Grandy. That's clinical from St Joseph's. Mullen, Antonak, de Grandy, and Paddy to go back and have a shot on his fourth. I think we've conceded that the leading goal kicker award is going down the highway to Adam Garner. He's on 43. The only man that could probably make a run at him is Paddy de Grandy. I suspect after they play Colac next week, it's those St Albans and North Shore clashes after the break that might give Paddy a crack at it. Last year's K-Rock MVP for goal number 4 from 35 metres out has just missed to the left through for a minor score. 3 goals, 1 for him. If he had kicked that goal, he would have been level with Geelong West. He would have been 4 straight playing 3-6, but he trails by 5 points. And the margin is 41. 9-11-65 playing 3-6-24.
So Fraser Robb plays on from fullback for Geelong West. Oh, that was a terrible kick off the boot, but fell into the arms of Angus God, who chips the ball over the top. Taylor makes some space for himself, doesn't take the mark though. Antonak put the tackle on, but he got the ball free. They go to centre wing now. A Jang burns off McComb, goes with a right foot kick inside 50. Collins, the 2 number 19s. Knights comes across. Carroll as well is there. Knights puts the tackle on, puts him to the ground. Ball spills free, comes back. That was a throw, and the ball comes up to Symes, and he kicks it across the face of goal and out of bounds for a throw in. That was a dead set throw.
How do we see that from here?
Well, I've got a pair of peepers, so that's good. But the umpire was, probably pretty close too.
That was sort of George Green.
It was very much so.
I'm blind as a bat and I saw it.
Right forward pocket, southern or Church Street end of the ground. West in attack, Symes front position on the tap back into the corridor. Max Kelly under pressure from McComb. Couldn't get a kick away. Handball, Betson, Owen next to the boundary line. Webb just took it in the left hand and dropped it onto the right boot. Set for Lewis to fly over the top, over the smaller Jack Mullen. And he does for Geelong West. Can't miss those boots of Tanner Lewis. He's got I think they're a bluey colour with the green Asics.
Yeah, they're no good.
They are very loud as he steps off the mark, runs to 52. Long balls, not a bad effort, but it's off hands and through for a minor score to the Giants. 3-7-25. St Joseph's 9-11-65, the margin, as it has been a couple of times. 40 points in this third quarter of action, thanks to Bowen Timber. Bowen Timber, your specialist in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region.
So short kick in by Webb to Angus Humphrey, who goes short to Felix Henderson, so still inside defensive 50. He goes short to Angus Humphrey, who likes the look of himself in the mirror in the gym at St Joey's. He chips the ball. Antonak, he's got it. That's defensive 50. Gives it away to Henderson. It goes with a left foot kick from half back. Long towards half forward. Oh, good mark to Grandy against Nyack. And kick around the corner as well, because Hunter Lewis got out the back and picks the ball up 25 out from goal and kicks it. And got one for his trouble as well, I think. And the umpire is
Oh, he's not getting the double, is he?
Might be getting the double.
Something
Let's have a
going on
look.
here.
Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. Hunter Lewis kicked the goal. They're just saying, settle down, boys. I think it's going to come back to the centre. So Hunter Lewis kicks his first of the afternoon. Great play from St Joey's from back to Fort. They go to 10-11-71. They lead Geelong West. A 3-7-25 Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Oh, it was clever by Felix Henderson to identify that de Grande had the one-on-one because he hasn't dropped anything all day. He's marked everything that's come his way, and then obviously they got out the back, which is that fast play, slow build-up in their back half, and then just went that bang long one-on-one kick.
Port Melbourne 53 lead Geelong 40. 20 minutes gone, third quarter for Leopold Sporties in the VFL clash at North Port Oval, or as they like to call it, the house that Kirsch built.
Correct. The kick into the Kershaw end.
Wow,
The Fred Cook end and the Kershaw end. Oh, please. Back in the middle. Lovell knocks it to his own advantage. Tried to burst past McLaughlin, but couldn't get through that tackle, and it's a stoppage at the edge of the centre square. 10-11-71 Joey's, 3-7-25 Geelong West as we approach 27 minutes gone. Grabbed out of the ruck by Northern, jams it on the boot, rolls towards centre half forward, eludes a few. Chance here for Lewis at ground level. That's Hunter for St Joey's, but Lockie Taylor picks up the loose ball, kicks looking for Moy. Ben Clark off the boot, judged it best and took the mark in the middle of the centre circles.
Handball.
So Ben Clark, much better hairstyle than his brother Charlie, goes with a kick inside 50. De Grande from behind this time, falls to the front. Kerwood left it for Mullen, turns around in the right forward pocket, goes with a right foot kick, and just on the line, Sean Barnes, has he seen it through? Goal umpire says no, it's marked. So short little kick to Codd in the back pocket. Oh, that's play on. Oh, wow-wee. Edwards was standing on the mark and Codd had played on, but the umpire just holds him up, so gives him an out. He goes with the left foot towards Lovell. Tanner, he takes it in front of Kerwood.
Lovell with a high ball to the outer wing. Horny blow sets himself to fly. Northern at the front, good roving at the back. Betson for Joey's, gave a handball back to Owen. Owen turns and kicks the centre half forward. De Grande coming up on the lead. Could mark, found it at ground level on the non-preferred left. Pulls it around the body, and Edwards has taken the mark. He makes things happen, Paddy De Grande. Geez, he's fun to watch. He's athletic, he's mobile, he's on the ball at all times, and he makes things happen. And just when you think the game's just getting into a boring little lull, Paddy De Grande steps up and does something to make something happen. Yep. Matty Kershaw.
Absolutely. Geelong West are +3 for inside forward 50s this quarter, but St Joseph's are +4 for marks inside forward 50. I know we've spoke about it a few times today, but there is the difference.
Edwards for his third, man on the mark, stands 30 from goal. Edwards has kicked it. He's got 3. And Joey's now have 11, and they lead by a game high 52 points. They're 11-11-77. They lead Geelong West 3-7-25. Third quarter K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard. Bowen Timber, they bring nature's beauty into your home, and bringing beautiful expert comments into the K-Rock box is Matty Kershaw.
It's efficiency inside forward 50. So not only the marks inside forward 50, but their goals have come from other sources, or their scoring opportunities have come from other sources as well. So once the ball goes in, most of the time they're getting a shot on goal, St Joseph's, and that's the difference at the moment.
So back to the middle. Biggest margin in the afternoon. They've blown it open here, Joey's. And one of the reasons has been Ollie Northam in the ruck. It's been a great afternoon. He's going to go and do the ruck work against Jaden Symes in his 150th. Big thump away from Northam again. A Jang takes the ball and gives it to Saw Giovanni, who goes to an open centre wing position. Needs someone to run onto it. It's Eastman who comes out. Can he pick it up? He can't. McLaughlin's there with him as well. Ball still in dispute. Coming out at Angus Humphrey. Austin stands and waits for the handball. He couldn't get it to him. And we're going to have a ball up on centre wing on the outer side.
Just on that AFL ladder with the Bombers. They are now third, half a game out of second. Right now, Carlton and Essendon are meeting in a qualifying final. That's a long way to go. 9 rounds to play. Quick kick out of the pack, and the mark taken by Angus Humphrey. Just back of the wing on the outer side. Fremantle and Gold Coast just getting underway over there at Optus Stadium. And Freo and the Gold Coast yet to score, both of them at this stage. Kerwood lost in the tackle, then went and found it again, then got slung in the tackle and turned it over. Numbers here for the Giants. A little give and go involving Max Kelly, and the free kick's going to come back to Fraser Robb.
Northern Rag.
Double the size of him.
Ragdolled him.
Robb to a one-on-one over the head of Cade Lovell and Tanner Owen. Owen did well, tapped it down, but tapped it straight to Lockie Taylor. Taylor did okay to jam it on the boot. Rolling ball, it'll sit on its point and bounce away from Ben Clark, who was really tidy. Did well against Eastman. Handball back. McComb is the bailout behind him. He just sets himself, snaps a kick around his body to the wing. A Jang flew. Nyack was there as well. Neither could mark. Handball forward into Kerwood. Came from Hannessy. Back to Mullen. Now to Gow, who's back on the ground after being yellow carded earlier in the contest. Kick around the corner. De Grandy got away from Nyack. Steadies himself. Straightens. Open goal. Bouncing ball across the face. Be disappointed with himself there, Paddy. And the margin is 53. 11-12-78. 3-7-25. 31 and a half minutes played on the Barwon Foods quarter time clock.
Oh, short kick in, finds Barnes.
Again.
Goes out wide, gets to Tanner Lovell, who takes the mark and runs away, goes to centre wing with the kick, Moy. In front of Knights, handballs it back to Lovell. Just had to sit and wait for it a little bit, but it was okay. Goes towards the Jang. Should have taken the mark. Didn't. That was probably the easiest of all he's had all day. And Webb gets it short to Knights. It gets it back to Webby, who comes back to Betson at half back. Handball. Oh, geez, he threaded the needle towards Owen. It wasn't a great needle to thread because he turned the ball over. Coming the other way was Cade Lovell. And Owen just taking his time to get up as he got smashed by Cade Lovell, who came in.
Cats within 7 points of Port Melbourne, 59-52.
So ball up, just forward to the centre circle for Geelong West. Northam gets it down. Hickey, he can't pick it up. Coming the other way, a K-Rock zone, gets slung to the ground, holding the ball. And slung 3 or 4 times there.
Absolutely.
James Hickey will take the free kick once he gets it back from K-Rock zone at centre half back.
James Hickey. The run provided by Knights, and he marks just back of the wing, wants to take on the man coming towards him. The despairing lunge of Robb doesn't do enough to impact the kick, and it's short to Hannessy. Hannessy is having traffic directed. De Grandy is the target. He goes in that direction, but it's a 2-on-1. Brought to ground by Barnes. Did okay. Nyack's there as well. Picked up the loose footy. Spun out of trouble and gave a handball to Barnes. Barnes loops it to Moy. Moy with the bounce to the back edge of the centre square. Dinks a little kick. Tanner Lewis, have they got time? Handball back to Moy. Got to hit a target inside 50. Under pressure. Chicks a little kick to a Jang. A Jang's got him queuing up, including Eastman inside 50. That's where he goes now. And Eastman, who was screaming for it. You could hear it in the effects, Mike. From about 55, 60 metres away, Paddy Eastman wanting it from Emmanuel Ajang, and he found the veteran standing about 30 from goal, just left of centre. Good build-up.
A much better build-up because they hit targets by foot, and that's the difference. If you can move the ball by foot without turning it over, you're going to give yourself an opportunity inside forward 50 and catch the defence out.
Tex Mitchell looking like he's going to come back onto the ground. We're going to have a shot after the siren from Paddy Eastman, playing game 169 this afternoon. Eastman, can he go to three-quarter time with a goal on the board? And he has put it through. So a good finish to the quarter for the Giants, but they find themselves in a very big hole, a 47.1 as they move to 4-7-31, trailing St Joey's 11-12-78. It's three-quarter time here at West Oval. Joey's on their way to a 10th consecutive win to start the season.
Towards Williams, comes back to Benson, he gets it to Harry McMahon, he wants to get in on the action, gives it to Wales beautifully. Wales with a left foot kick, and he kicks the goal. Great play, Elijah Wales, great skill, his first of the afternoon. towards Williams, comes back to Benson, he gets it to Harry McMahon, he wants to get in on the action, gives it to Wales beautifully. Wales with a left foot kick, and he kicks the goal. Great play, Elijah Wales, great skill, his first of the afternoon.
That quarter, he was terrific. Emmanuel Ajang lifted, and we know that Moi Moi and Ajang's been the dangerous ones around that 450, particularly when they get in there quick. So they've just got to keep going the way they're going. They've just got to hit the scoreboard. They've got to somehow generate a score for when they get their opportunities, and that's the issue at the moment. They just can't do that. So Moi Moi's kicked multiple goals, and that's really about it. None of their bigs are fired, so they just need to get a couple of marks in there once it goes in, and go back and kick some goals. But at the moment, that's not occurring, and that's why they've only kicked 4 goals for the day out of their 30 entries.
So Ron Watt still has the St Joey's troops in the 3/4 time huddle. Listen, the West boys are all in position.
Well, you know what they'll be saying. They'll be actually identifying these areas where they dropped away a little bit. So they've probably dropped away in intensity. They were winning the game fairly easily. They'll want to make sure they finish off this game strong, and they'll want to build up this last quarter going into a tough game next week at Colac. So all important that they finish this game off correctly and go back to what they were doing well in the first half of this game.
Birchie, I think, might be trying to get Ron Watts wherever he might be. Birchie is...
Horny blow to a wing is going to be interesting. They've moved him up the ground.
That's interesting. Birchie, Ronnie tried to run away from Birchie, I think, there at the moment, but we're going to go down to Birchie, who's got St Joey's coach Ron Watt with up. Right you are, Birchie.
Not only has he got candy in his hand, he was trying to sell me some then and get away. So, Ronnie, we've got you. You spoke about using the ball really well, going inside forward 50, lowering the eyes and hitting up the best target. That was really evident in that quarter then.
Well, I hope so, because I reckon we've talked about it 20 times today. So hopefully the message is starting to get through. But good teams are able to work their way through it. So the right time they'll hit one lowering their eyes, the next time they'll go long to a one-on-one. So we've got to get that mix right.
And you've got a comfortable lead 3/4 time. What are you looking for in this final quarter to really finish off well?
I'd like us to be able to control the ball just a little bit more. I think we've been a little bit rushed, a little bit untidy, and probably haven't really clicked into gear yet. As much as we've really competed well and brought some pressure, we haven't really clicked into gear with our ball movement.
Good luck.
Final quarter action, thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical. Thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical, the best in prices in Bluetooth speakers. Here's Jace.
There's ball from Northam in the middle to McLaughlin to Hickey. Fresh air shot, got tackled. Through the middle though, McLaughlin again to Al Hickey. His handball was chopped off. Geelong West coming the other way. Oh, sling tackle, no. The umpire said play on. Still in the middle. Cade Lovell breaks free. Goes for Geelong West with a kick towards half forward. Foot race. Lewis gets across there first for Geelong West with the outside of the right foot. Open goal square. Tanner Lewis has not got it there because Finn McComb was coming back to the goal line. Saw it through for one behind. So they go to 4-8-32 now at Geelong West. Trials St Joey's 11-12-78. Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Tanner Lovell's taken off where he's finished off in that third quarter.
McComb short to Al Hickey. Hickey goes short to Austin Humphrey, who finds himself well up the ground. True centre half back, short kick, McLaughlin. They've just controlled the footy to here. Al Hickey, James Hickey by hand, and now James Hickey a kick inside 50. Gowie's target too much on the kick. Saying he maybe got a shove. No, just a poor kick, and Barnes, who's been okay. I reckon probably one of Geelong West's best this afternoon, Sean Barnes. Has got it, marked it 25 metres out from his defensive goal. Shields his eyes from the sun and then heads wide and just gets it onto the chest of Bradley Wood, who marks near the 50-metre line where it meets the boundary. And he'll look to set things up for West from inside defensive 50.
Goes now with the right foot as high and as long as he can go. Out towards centre wing. Defensively, St Joey's working hard, but Codd got it. Left foot kick towards half forward, pushes it out in front of a couple of horny blow handball. Well, turned over in the end, and the ball came away to Lewis again. This time can he kick the goal? This time he misses as well. Pushes across the face of goal and over the boundary line for a throw in. I've got him for 3 behinds and that one. So, as we said, they've been a little bit wasteful when they've gone inside 50 this afternoon. 30 entries for 4 goals. And another opportunity now in the left forward pocket, the northern end of the ground. Going to have a ruck contest between Tanner Lewis and Ollie Northam. Northam in front, punches it down, tries to do his own roving work. Cade Lovell in the pocket towards brother Tanner. No, runs out of room, can't do it. Boundary umpire with a bit more work to do in the pocket.
This is almost where Greg Miller and Ron Watt should go and shake hands right on the bike track and say, I don't think we're getting anything more out of this. Let's just call this one off and retire to the bar.
Yep.
Left forward pocket, Northern or Melbourne into the ground. It's allowed to hit the ground from the throw in. McLaughlin tried to get it up to Austin Humphrey. Quick snap around the corner, a jang that went straight up the shot tower and out of bounds on the full. He's going to land on the top of somebody's car. Bang! Nice little dent coming there. And you know the day's been a bit tough when a car being dented by a football is one of the highlights. Angus Humphrey's just waiting for that football to return. Those who are on the timekeeper's clock, and they will be listening to us on KROCfootball.live, don't worry about stopping it, just let it roll. Free roll, 2 style, short kick, Angus Humphrey, marked by Al Hickey. Fingers are starting to turn blue in this box.
Should have had a pair of gloves, but anyway, Humphrey has got it.
Let's get a free pair with our Volvo.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. Well done. Well, buy a Volvo, you're tight.
From Rex Garrell.
Ball from Rex Garrell, ball towards centre wing. Kerwood puts the tackle on. Northern was there as well.
Tell you who would be nervous right now, and that's Ronnie W, because he done nothing but bag the pendulum yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yes, on the Twitter feed.
Oh, love it. Ball from the contest. Hickey up the chimney towards the middle of the ground. Gow pushed past the footy. Must be a hold. He got held on for an hour and a half there. And James Gow right in the middle of West Oval. Got people running everywhere for him. He wants to. His kick was smothered towards Cade Lovell. Oh, he can't pick it up. James Hickey, he pushes past it. Al Hickey, kick off the ground, past Antonak. Taylor the other way for Geelong West, out to Moy on centre wing. He blind turns himself, handballs it backwards to Cade Lovell. Off a step, goes with the right foot, close to the boundary line. Going to favour Humphrey, who pushed across and took the mark. And we'll switch the play back and across. A little dangerous to Betson. Lewis puts some pressure on him. He picks it up. Now he gets wrapped up, drops the football and the tackle. Umpire says play on, comes to the side of the pack, and working overtime St Joey's defenders. Betson tried to get it to McComb, comes back now, and there are 3 Knights at the back.
Zach Knights in his defensive goal square goes wide, and Nadis got a little shove, I reckon, from Brad Wood. Did he not pay? Brad Wood picked up the loose footy. Brad Wood had snapped and hit the post. Doesn't kick many goals, Brad Wood. In fact, he's only kicked the 15 in his 106-game career. And he couldn't add one there. And the margin is 45. Final quarter, KROC Harvey Norman Electrical scoreboard. Harvey Norman Electrical, the best price in Bluetooth speakers, 11-12-78 Joey's. Geelong West moved to 4-9-33.
Al Hickey has the footy at centre half back, chips the ball short.
Suns have kicked the first 2 goals in the West.
Yep. So McLaughlin has it inside defensive 50, called to play on now. Goes down the line, long, looking for Northern, punched away from behind by him. Cade Lovell and Tanner Lovell it is, wrapped up and holding the ball. Had plenty of time to get rid of it.
Yeah, just before he went to ground.
Yes.
So I have to agree with that call.
James Hickey gets it out wide to Webb. Called to play on, chips the ball to centre wing, terrible. Moy chopped it off, gets around a couple, handball to Lewis. His handball to Moy. McLaughlin bears down on him, gets him, handball back inboard was okay. Kate Lovell, bang! And too high, but I'll tell you what, that was a train. Austin Humphrey coming in. He got him, which is a little bit high. And it's going to be Cade Lovell with the ball at left half forward. So, coming across, standing the mark, Al Hickey now. Released Humphrey to go back on the line. And Cade Lovell likes his chances. He's going to be kicking from 50, 45-degree angle. Going to aim it towards the right-hand goal post. You would suspect if he's going to have any opportunity to do it, he's going to play on. Goes now with the kick. Falls into the top of the square. Big pack there. Lewis in front. Falls to the back. Humphrey got one high. Umpire said play on. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. 10 out from the west goal.
78 plays 33. Final quarter action thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical. Harvey Norman Electrical has the best prices in Bluetooth speakers. Umpire puts it into the air from behind, the tap one down by Northam. Ball at ground level taken by Antonak. He's brought to ground and we'll get a ball up top of the goal square. West in attack as the shadows lengthen on this winter's afternoon. This part of the play in the last vestiges of sunshine. Trying to knock to his own advantage was Blake Carroll for West, but it's picked up cleanly by Henderson. He gave it to Al Hickey, hit it in stride, but they were slung in the tackle and was done for a throw, I reckon. And Joey's fans not happy with that decision, but don't think you can really argue it. And Lovell, Tanner with the footy just inside the centre square. Joey's been able to roll numbers back. Horny Blow presents. He'll come hard at the footy and he marks it too. That is a Hamlin hanger. The contest came from Northam and he hung on really tight, Lockie Horny Blow, and takes a Hamlin hanger contender. That's a really good mark. You would have heard in the promo for today's game, Lockie Horny Blow taking a good strong Hamlin hanger. Well, that's just as good, where he takes the mark there and a chance to go back and kick his first. Remembering he's never been held goalless in his very short GFNL career. He's playing game number 12. He's kicked a goal in every game. Back from a 2-week suspension and a chance to kick his 36th in game number 12. So he goes about 3 a game. Won't kick 3 today, but he will kick one there. Yes, just snuck it in at the right-hand goal post. So Lockie Horniblow with his first of the afternoon, and West with their fifth. They go to 5-9-39. They're half the score of St Joey's 11-12, 78 in this final turn, thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical. Harvey Norman Electrical has the best prices in Bluetooth speakers.
It was hard work, but they got a mark inside forward 50 to go back and have a shot with. I suppose their last 2 goals have come from marks inside forward 50, Eastman and Horniblow. So, look, they've just got to continue to chip away at that margin, and if they kick a goal every 8 minutes, they should be able to get in front by about 9 o'clock tonight. But few key things though. They're getting up, still up and around the clearances, and that's thanks to Tanner Lovell.
So from the middle, a Jang breaks free, right foot kick. Where read it better. And takes the mark, kicks it wide, looking for Henderson, who takes the mark at half back. So again, defensively, St Joey's well set up behind the footy. Short little kick they go. McComb, they switch the ball, Knights, and they go out to Humphrey. Short kick from defensive 50. Finds Clark. He kicks it on centre wing. It's a good kick. Edwards takes the mark, just forward of centre wing. Now, de Grande gives him half a lead. West have filled it back, though. He goes short to Knights. Well, he's going to go short with a left foot kick. He's undecided now. He does go short. It's okay. Around the boundary line. Donatus takes it. Plays on, right foot kick inside 50, sets it up for de Grande, who comes out, can't quite take the mark, front and centre. Gow got his hands free, ball towards Edwards, handballed it to himself 3 times. Now it comes to McLaughlin, he threw it away to Mullen, he kicks the chimney towards the goal square, tapped away. Gee, it wasn't a bad kick in the end for Jack Mullen, but push through for one behind. Oh, the great Simon Farrell walks
Got a little
past.
six-pack in his hand too.
I didn't see the great Simon Farrell. I just saw Simon Farrell.
Oh, whack. 11-13-79 St Joey's, Geelong West 5-9-39.
Good to see you safely back from the infamous St Joseph's Cricket Club 6-11 cricket trip in Brisbane last week. Ball's inside defensive 50 for the Giants. Riley Moore's been taken down in a really good Jack Mullen tackle about 35 metres out from goal directly in front. Joey's will see a ball up and try and find another goal. Edwards doing the ruck work. Symes winning the tap maybe. Out of the pack, Gow, quick snap, not bad at all. Inspirations paint, goal of the afternoon. James Gow doing the heavy lifting in the stoppage, and a quick snap around the body from 35. That's not easy to control, and he kicks a wonderful goal of the afternoon contender. Inspirations paint. What's your next project? 138 Torquay Road in Grovedale. Joey's to go out by 46 points now. 12-13-85. Geelong West 5-9-39. Final quarter. Harvey Norman Electrical scoreboard. Harvey Norman Electrical, the best prices in Bluetooth speakers in the expert's chair. For the Sporting Globe, here is Matt Kershaw.
That might lift their spirits a little bit around the stoppages, St Joseph's, because as we mentioned, they were getting on top West, and that was certainly a terrific goal from a stoppage.
Northam got it down Lovell though, rove the ball, coming the other way, trying to pick it up. He got it free to Henderson. It was a throw. Oh, I don't know what the umpire's doing.
He called a throw. He actually called a throw.
He did, and it should have been against St Joey's, but in the end it went Knights. Inside 50, no mark taken, tapped on. Meddings is there. McLaughlin puts the tackle on him. Nyack falls over at the crucial stage, and ball's underneath him. DeGrande tries to take it off him, and Pack develops. The umpire will come in and ball it up 50 from the St Joey's goal.
Left forward pocket just in front of the scoreboard for Harvey Norman Electrical. Symes uncontested, fisted it forward 20 metres. It'll roll towards the boundary line and out of bounds for a boundary throw in. 12.5 minutes played. Bowen Foods time clock. Time feels like it's standing still. Just keep an eye on Birchie in back play on Ollie Northam, who is not moving overly freely as he's about to compete the ruck and contest the ruck with Symes. Northern might have won that ball at ground level. Chance for Symes. Give a handball release to Tanner Lovell. He jams it on his left boot. Looking for Moy. Good spoil from behind Clark. It'll roll towards the boundary line, but Lockie Taylor will be first there. They got a nightmare of it bounce. Clark took it. Lost it in the tackle of Taylor. Spills out now to a Jang. A Jang bursts away outside of the right boot. Driving ball inside 50. Coming up, Knights provides a contest. McComb, ground level, handball. Webb, I just took it casually, then released a beautiful handball to Angus Humphrey, who on the outside of the right boot finds Antonak.
He runs away at centre half back, takes a bounce straight down the middle of West Oval. 2 bounces, keeps going 3 bounces through the middle, draws a player, handballs it straight to Phil Moy, who I think he thought was a St Joey's player. But anyway, he runs free. Moy goes the other way, doesn't know where to go. Handballs it out to Lockie Taylor. He comes back in, ball on his right foot, goes towards half forward, punched away. Carroll, well, mark paid, I think. Henderson can't believe it. Is that advantage maybe? Or let's hope not, because Tanner Lewis has missed it.
He paid the mark.
Yeah, he did pay the mark. Wasn't a free kick. So coming back to Blake Carroll.
Interesting, Louis Antonak.
I think he thought it was a St Joey's player.
Boy was just standing there.
He was. He said, thanks very much.
Easiest possession I'll ever get.
Absolutely. So Blake Carroll's got the footy, left half forward. And Henderson stands the mark. He goes short. The umpire hadn't called it on. Oh, yes. Back. 2 steps to your left, please, Blake.
Yeah, it wasn't even that.
Yeah. So, Carroll. I think time's been called on, so he can go now. Right foot kick to the pocket, coming out Eastman. Terrible kick. James Hickey had his name written on it all afternoon. He took the mark.
He telegraphed that to James
Hickey.
He
did.
James Hickey across the face of his defensive goal, and he's telegraphed that into the waiting arms of Horny Blow. He wanted Luke Webb, and Webb's actually said to James Hickey, you should have gone short, and then it come to me, not try and bite off more than you can chew. And Lockie Horny Blow's been given a gift. Marks 15 metres out just right of centre, and should kick his second of the afternoon and take him to 23 for the season.
You did say before, Kingy, that he's averaging 3 in his career, and you won't get that today. But he's every chance with about 15 minutes left in this game.
Horny blow, right of centre, kicks from about 20 and has...
Oh, no, he won't.
He's poked at that and pushed it across the face, and the margin is 45. And this game has been, for want of a better term, shizen.
Yep.
12-13-85 St Joseph's, Geelong West 5-10-40. I came here expecting a really good contest and a cracking game of footy, and sadly...
It's been pretty ordinary. I'd rather watch Wimbledon.
It's not one we're going to get out of the archives anymore.
No, it is not.
So Webb from full back plays on, as always, to get the possession. Goes with a right foot kick. You'll love that, Webby. Goes towards DeGrandy. Moore goes up, off hands. Handball at the back. And a number of players try and pick it up through Saul Giovanni. Got the handball out, close to the boundary line. Humphrey puts the tackle on. K-Rock zone. Pushed off the footy. And the umpire says, throw it in. At left half forward, we will do so. 5-10-40 the Giants. St Joey's 12-13-85. 16 played, final term. Bowen Foods tongue cluck.
Shadows have really lengthened. Birchie, you're keeping an eye on Ollie Northam for St John of God. We put you first. How's he been moving in recent minutes after he just hobbles? Max Kelly, I'll get back to you in a moment. Birchie, Max Kelly sends it to the top of the square. Big spoil from the back of the pack for St Joey's. McComb, a handball back. Clearing kick comes. Webb dumped as he kicked it, landed on the chest of McLaughlin. And McLaughlin says, I'll take the advantage and go. Although he ran himself into trouble, he runs back out of trouble with a handball back to McComb, who goes back to McLaughlin by hand. McLaughlin steps in past the man coming towards him. Outside of the right boot, turned it over to Moy. Down to you, Birchie.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a puzzling one because Ollie Northam ran straight off into the bag of tape, and he attended to his left calf, doing a little bit of housekeeping on the taping there. So he clearly knew something was causing some discomfort, but he clearly knew what he wanted. He went to come back on, and Ron Watt said, "Nah, take a seat." So just giving him a bit of a spell. I think he just, maybe a little bit of not cramp, but he just needed a bit of further tape on his right calf. So I don't think there's an issue there.
Thanks, Birchie. Downstairs for St John of God. Injury update, we put you first. So the ball's come from Brad Wood at centre half forward. It got to Emmanuel Jang, who went laterally across. So he's going to shoot for goal from 50 on the left half forward flank at the northern end. Right foot kick looks pretty good in terms of accuracy, and distance is very good. So he's put that through for his first of the afternoon, and the sixth for Geelong West. They go to 6-10-46. They trail St Joey's 12-13-85. Harvey Norman Electrical, K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. Harvey Norman Electrical has the best price in Bluetooth speakers.
It'd be interesting to see scores from turnover today in this game, both ways, because St Joseph's have gifted Geelong West a couple of their last couple of goals, and obviously Geelong West in turn in the first half butchered everything they kicked, so it would be most scores that would have come from turnovers today.
A couple of areas to tidy up, you would think, before next week. Ben Clark's going to do some ruck work against Symes. Symes climbed high, won the tap down at ground level. Trying to pick it up was Ben Clark. A rare foray into the ruck for him. Ball comes out the front of the pack, but only as far as Angus Humphrey. A handball away, Al Hickey, stolen by Kelly. Kelly, a handball back to Saul Giovanni. Saul Giovanni, a handball on the bounce for the Giants to Meddings, who gave it to a Jang, and a Jang goes short. Moy, that was just a little bit casual with the one hand, and he's going to give away a free kick or get a free kick. He'll get a free kick, so he's been rewarded. I just thought it was not the greatest attempt to mark from Phil Moy. But he's going to get himself a shot at goal and a chance to pull the margin back to 33, and that's some respectability to the scoreboard. The margin did get to as much as 53 points during the third quarter. He'll go short. Horny blow on the lead. Flew with the one hand. Couldn't take the mark over the back of the pack. Ball spills to ground level. Quick snap out of the pack by Max Kelly. Floats towards the goal line and back with the flight. Judging it best and taking the mark for St Joey's.
Ollie Northam's back on. He's certainly not moving freely, though. He's gone forward.
Here's Edwards. So he's back behind the footy for the moment. Joel Edwards driving a long left foot kick to half back to Grandy, his target. And there's going to be a free kick for a hold going which way. It's going to go to West, and the umpire's being theatrical about his decision making, and he should have actually been worried about paying advantage for the West player that was out the front of the pack.
So the ball back inside 50. Cade Lovell standing by himself, takes the mark, will shoot for goal from 45 out.
1 point in the margin in the VFL. Borough 79, lead the Cats 78.
How long left?
It's only 17 and a half minutes gone.
They've really put the queue in the rack here, St Joseph's. They've got no interest in getting the ball in their forward half at all at the moment. They've only had the 4 inside forward 50s to 10 at this stage, and Geelong West have had the 4 marks inside forward 50 this quarter.
So Cade Lovell, 40 out, slide angle. They keep missing it to the left though. They need a bit of work. They haven't even made the distance there because the mark's been taken on the line in the last line defence by Joel Edwards, who we said is playing behind the ball at the moment. He goes short into the pocket and comes to Humphrey. That came from McComb. He goes back to the pocket. Edwards. So now he goes longer and out towards half back over the head of a couple. James Hickey to run onto it. He can't pick it up. Well, he got pushed off the football. The umpire said no. McLaughlin's handball to Knights off a standing start. Under the pressure. Cade Lovell pushed him into the ground holding the ball. Said the umpire. Free kick going to Cade Lovell. Going to Tanner Lovell.
Just like some awareness there. Lovell's kick inside 50 and Moy has marked. Now the mark stands about 45 from goal and Moy turns his back on everybody and says, I'll have a shot here. Thanks, gentlemen. From a very similar spot to where he had that shot late in the game to beat, well, actually it was after the siren, I think it was, to beat Bell Park back in round 4. This year at the Swans has been pretty good. 9 games, 13 goals in the Swans VFL team, but squeezed out this week. That's effortless kick. It won't have the carry though. It's off hands off the side of the pack. Webb was absolutely clean and then drove a beautiful kick looking for Hennessy, although Codd was able to spoil and knock it out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Who did hurt themselves?
Hennessy's twinged something as he went up for that mark. Before he landed on the ground, he grabbed his back.
Yeah, okay, he's moving gingerly away from the contest for St John of God, but we'll get a boundary throw in. Left half forward, West in attack in the shadows that have lengthened here, and the lights are actually being turned on at West Oval as we prepare for an all-abilities clash between the two clubs following this game.
Unitas caught holding the football there by Tanner Lovell. So he's still trying Tanner Lovell. He goes towards half forward. Lewis, it's a push somewhere along the line. And over the shoulder, said the umpire. I'll tell you, Angus Humphrey is not going to buy umpire Douglas a birthday card this year. I reckon he's giving him 4 free kicks against him, and I think Angus has passed it.
4 out of his 104 he's given.
So Max Kelly
over the top.
K-Rock zone from left half forward, 50 out. Comes in, right foot kick, and he's missed it to the left-hand side as well. And they do a lot of Thursday night kicking in that spot, I think, and they miss a few. And he's put it through for 1 behind. So they go to 6-10-46 Geelong West. They trail 6-11-47 actually Geelong West. They trail St Joey's 12-13-85, and that is on the Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
3 goals only means this won't be a long final term, you would hope. Webb, a long driving ball out wide. Hennessy's target, that's a good mark in a one-on-one in front of Barnes. Hamlin hanger contender. He turns and kicks quickly. Gow's got out the back. The bounce of the ball will take it away from Gow and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in on a non-concave or non-convex surface. It's just dead set flat here, Jane Birch. Down boundary side for A&B Australia Quality Shelving.
It is. The same cannot be said about the velodrome part.
And that would be concave or convex?
Well, it's lending itself to the concave.
Right.
If it continued down.
Boundary throw in. Northam got it down. Front of the pack. St Joey's had the numbers. They get it over the top of James Hickey. 50 out from goal. Measures the pass towards Hennessy, who takes the mark. And he is going to have a set shot for goal from 45 out. Just left of centre.
Port Melbourne 80, Geelong 79, 21 and 3/4 minutes played on the Balm Foods time clock at North Port Oval.
So, Larry Games. What's he going to do with this? He's moved from John Oates. He's gone to Larry Games.
Straight back over the bowler's head for 6.
Oh, let's hope so. Yeah, beautiful kick of the ball.
Yes, doesn't miss this.
Kirsch has put the moz on him. Right foot kick. He's missed it all right. To the left.
It's amazing how it happens every time, isn't it?
Through for one behind. Yeah, they're so happy.
Yeah.
Ollie Hennessy for 3 behinds today. He might be joining you during the week, I think, Kirsch.
He might.
12-14-86 and Joey's Geelong West 6-11-47.
Rob's kick in is marked by Symes. Won't be a 150th to remember, unfortunately, for Jaden Symes, who wants to go on the 45 to Wood. Handball share with Love. Ollie ran himself into trouble, gave it back to Wood. Wood just back at the wing broadcast side. Long to Horny, blow his target. Back with the flight. Edwards couldn't complete the mark. Ball at ground level. There's a bit of free space here. Good pick up Tanner Lewis. Turned back into traffic and then gave a handball to Cade Lovell. Cade Lovell straightens up. Oh, Moy got cleaned up by Nernadis. Front on contact. And we'll take a free kick. And we'll go back and have a shot. Or was it Tanner Owen? Might have been Owen that got him. Either way, free kick's coming for front on contact for Phil Moy, who will look for his third of the afternoon. Playing game 40 this afternoon for the Giants. From the Sunraysia originally. Now based in Sydney, playing VFL with the Swans, but not needed this week. So he has Geelong West as his interchange club, and the Giants gleefully making the most of his availability, but won't change the result this afternoon. His team trailing by 39. This to cut the margin to 33. Sends it on its way. It's going to hang out to the right. Will it have the carry? Touched on the line. Edwards, with a good bit of spring, was able to get a piece of it on its way through, and the margin is 38. Make it 6-12-48 now. The Geelong West Giants 12-14-86. Joey's final quarter action has ticked past 26 minutes on the Barham Foods time clock.
So Luke Webb kicks in, finds Finn McComb, takes the mark inside defensive 50, turns the ball over. Tanner Lovell takes the mark.
Port Melbourne by 7.
He goes inside 50. Was that a push in the back? Umpire said yes, it was. Free kick going to come to Horny Blow. And he's going to have a set shot for goal from 40 out, just worse than a 45-degree angle. Joel Edwards is remonstrating with the umpire. It's going to get you nowhere. He's paid the free kick. And Horny Blow's kicked 1 goal 1 so far this afternoon. Averaging 3 a game. He needs to hurry up. 27 played in this final term. He's going to kick a couple. It's an opportunity to kick his second. And the 7th for the Giants. He comes in, right foot kick. And he has not made the distance. Is that a mark? It's off hands and through. 4-1 behind. So they go to 6-13-49 Geelong West. Charleston Joey's 12-14-86 Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard.
Luke Webb into the left back pocket. And the mark taken by Angus Humphrey. Humphrey goes short and dinks a kick to Antonak, who marks just inside defensive 50 for Joey's. He'll improve to 10 and zip. And I think we can lock them in for a finals berth, especially with St Albans and North Shore to come in their next 3 games. I won't be dropping those, but a mouth-watering matchup with Colac next week is off the hands of the front of the pack at the wing. James Hickey takes it, has a cheeky little bounce and gives a handball off to Ben Clark. Jang deflected the handball. Clark came again, gave to Antonak. Step through 1, step through 2, didn't step through 3, but got a handball. James Hickey, kick inside forward 50. DeGrande, his target. Good spoil Nyack from behind. Sent it to ground level. McLaughlin overran the footy. Moy a fumble. Time to recover. Handball on the bounce. Riley Moore in traffic. I don't know what that handball was. Went to a Jang who was under pressure. He lost it, but Lovell was there. That was Tanner. Now clearing kick at the outside of the right boot came from Meddings. Good left-handed spoil by Knight. Sent it towards the boundary line and out of bounds. I don't think Nyack can keep that alive, can he? Actually, it stayed in the field of play. Picked up by Taylor. Shared it with Nyack. Shared it with Meddings. Meddings then flicked a handball over the top to Moy. Got out of trouble well.
Moy now from half back towards centre wing. Oh, good mark. Tanner Lewis in front of Humphrey. Right on centre wing. He takes the mark. Draws it back inboard. Terrible kick, really. Sets the task for Taylor. Henderson was coming at him. Now Northam the other way. His handball to Antonak. Outboard to Humphrey. He chips the ball on centre wing. And taking the mark, Knights. He goes with a left foot. Open towards Kerwood. Round the boundary. Hennessy takes it. Kicks it over the top. Doesn't quite get there to Gow. Symes for Geelong West. Handball back to Barnes as the siren sounds. And most people would say, thank goodness. St Joey's 12-14-86 have defeated Geelong West 6-13-49.
10 rounds in and they are undefeated on top of the ladder. St Joseph's 10 and zip, and they stay a game clear of St Mary's in that battle for the minor premiership. Bell Parker loitering with intent, but you would have to suspect that the top 2 are going to battle out top spot as we run to September. Second half of the season is upon